Episode 52, which means that we've been around for 1 year.
Oh, God.
What is wrong with us? No, literally, that's the name of the episode. What is wrong with us? This is a Broken Real Media production, and you're listening to the Something's Wrong Here podcast.
Check one. Yo. Check two. Check. Check three. Yo. Check 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Tighten it up.
Oh, fuck me running. Welcome back. It's been 1 year, and I'm still dealing with this bullshit. I'm Randy.
I'm Kenzie.
I'm Brian.
So 1 year later, and Brian had to come back just to show us his beautiful face.
Couldn't help
I
myself.
think he liked the idea when I suggested we just roast the shit out of us.
Well,
I'm pretty sure,
He's a
in
big
all
fan.
fairness, he didn't jump on board of roasting us. He jumped on board roasting you.
oh, it kind of. I mean,
Fucking bring it, bitch.
it doesn't. I'm always in.
He's in. Not just the tip either.
Yeah.
Oh God! Don't
All
get
the
us-
way.
Don't get us demonetized.
You ever heard that?
Hold on, you have to be monetized to be
Wait, wait, wait.
demonetized.
We would like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors of this episode. Not a fucking soul.
Yeah, my bank account and
Chip
Kenzie's bank account and Brian's just fucking beautiful face.
Thank you.
And spirit,
I provide what I can.
which isn't much.
So what's wrong with us?
What is wrong with us? 1 year later, and we are still here giving our opinion on shit nobody asked us to give our opinion about.
Yeah.
Not one person has came to me and said, you know what? I'm really glad that you came out and said that.
Actually, I'll fight you right now. I'll say nothing's wrong with us. I've actually had a good time doing this. I find this is an enjoyable part of my day when we get together and do this. And I found out that if you find someone out there that you're like, wow, I really want to talk to that person, just like hear what they have to say, nothing else. Like,
Yeah.
not trying to be creepy, just I want to hear your story, man.
You're creepy.
As it turns out, if you do that as just a random person, that's weird. That's creepy. But if you say,
But if you throw a logo on it?
if you say podcast request in the subject, some people will say yes.
Sometimes.
crazy.
Now, you also, I will flat out tell you, we got duped tonight. We were supposed to have a guest. I'll flat out, let's go right into the fucking what's wrong with us. I got duped tonight. I found a page with 11,000 followers for a metal guitarist.
Do you think you can throw the pity party at him?
No, I'm not doing any of that, dude. That's bullshit.
I think-
Be a man
got
here, but
catfish. Will you please come
let's
on?
be real. A metal guitarist for a band that. What do we really think? Maybe 2% of Americans would be able to identify the band. Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah,
If it's one of the bands you know about,
but
that's yeah.
I would say maybe a little more because
So-
they are, I mean,
11,000.
It's August
followers.
Burns Red.
It's
the name is recognizable.
11,000 followers, and
Never heard of them.
then literally.
You've only heard of Fish.
Nothing.
You don't count.
Grateful Dead.
So,
Yeah.
And Grateful Dead.
and by the way, the page is gone. Everything's gone. I got duped, but
Catfish.
11,000 other people did too.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Fuck.
If it makes you feel better, Manti Te'o had a 2-year relationship.
Yes, his
Yeah.
girlfriend totally.
That's an interesting documentary on its own.
I mean, he got man, that guy was probably willing to give up a lot of his income and everything to be with this woman, and
There's a dude somewhere sitting behind a keyboard.
I'll still never forget the shower meme from that, but
I have not seen that. Please describe.
Yeah. Well,
Monte
yeah.
Teo's girlfriend in the shower, and it's like an empty shower.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I thought it was going to be like a naked dude with a dick swinging in the
If I
shower.
hang in, like, here's his girlfriend. Have fun with that.
a year later, I'm sticking with nothing's wrong with us. We've actually had for 52 episodes of a podcast, which everyone likes to remind me that does say yes that I get on here that has some form or fashion of reasonable story. We are new. We're brand new. We're nothing. We don't have enough content out there. You can scroll through all of our videos very quickly. Like, you have to be in the game for a long time. Everyone talks about it. You can listen to the Rogan and hear how many times he's talked about it. Didn't start quick. And I really think that nothing's wrong with us. I think that more content that we put out there and continue getting reputable sources and avoiding rage bait and the bullshit that society is and social media is.
See, the sad thing is, I love the rage bait. I am all about it.
I like all the fun,
No shit.
controversial stuff.
But you just like picking a fight sometimes on the internet. You don't even like fighting in the real world. That's the funny thing.
I don't even like fighting on the internet. I like to start it and just walk away.
Well, it's
So you're a fucking troll.
And no, to piggyback on that, I like that he does that, but I also like there's times where you can't, if it's a two-sided, if it's two-sided, topic, you can't be in the middle. Like to really be included in the public kind of discourse, they want you to either be yay or nay.
Yeah.
And if the podcast,
Wait a minute.
perfect avenue for me to just be like, all right, you're not that, neither.
Are you saying that if there's people on the left and people on the right, someone can't be in the middle and everyone be on their team?
I'm
Like
saying-
there's a party on the left
I
and the
think you
party
can,
on the
but
right,
it's heavily
but you
frowned
can't have
upon.
a party somewhere in the middle
I
that
think it's-
everyone gets on board
But you
with?
know the
I
sad
think
part?
it's heavily frowned upon.
You know the bad part about it being heavily frowned upon?
Because you're just a pussy and you won't commit. You
Is
you
that
won't
like
believe in anything.
70% of us are the pussies in the middle that don't want to commit because we don't think either left or right is fucking right.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you just get a little hypocritical there, fucknuts? Because
No.
I'm pretty sure if you want to be in the middle, you don't throw a grenade into the internet and then walk away from
Oh, I
it
don't
and
think-
hope it gets better.
I don't think being a troll is
Yeah, I do.
to right or left.
I fucking pop one here, throw it left and right, and I'm chilling in the middle, just nice and safe.
just wait.
You always throw 'em
for
left
the
and
fallout.
Oh yeah, I'll call out right.
Equal distance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I know I will.
I enjoy both sides a lot.
I know I will.
really do. I think it's all
I,
scripted. That's what's wrong with me. I think it's all scripted. I believe it's all psyops, and I think the fucking whole thing is just scripted.
I wouldn't say it's all. Look, if you want to say psyops, because over time the government has just kind of learned how to wag the dog, so to speak. I mean,
no shit.
I mean, I can say that, but the problem isn't them. The problem is humans as in big groups are fucking dumb.
Correct.
They're pretty dumb. They lack critical thinking. And you've seen this in sociology and psychology. Hold on, sociology and psychology, that if you put kids in a room and you ask them a question that they know the answer to, if you can get the rest of the class to say that's not the answer, the kids that know the right answer will not trust their gut.
You're jumping ahead though. You're jumping into what's wrong
sorry.
with us as society. We're jumping
you're
into
talking-
right now, what's wrong with this.
Mob mentality.
Groupthink.
The groupthink.
Tribalism.
No, I'm not even talking about that. The more people that are present,
Element of it. Yeah.
the less people are inclined to speak up,
Yeah,
react.
I agree with that.
They fall back into the crowd, and they if there's an emergency, most people won't react if there's a crowd there because they want somebody else to do it for them.
Yep.
Do me a favor and tell me the quote from Albert Einstein right now about insanity.
Insanity is repeating the same
Thing over and
thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Yeah. Close enough.
Weird.
It's pretty
It's
close.
almost like he
close.
said, steer away from the path sometimes.
I mean, that's close, but I mean, it's more of doing the same thing over and wanting to get a different result. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get it.
So let me ask you a question then when I say how I feel here. Straying from the path, if you're someone who wakes up and checks every day Fox News or every day CNN or every day Breitbart or Reuters or Associated Press or BuzzFeed, I don't pick your fucking source.
Well, you drop
If
right into
every
your...
day you click the same damn feed,
You drop into your echo chamber. And people are comfortable there for some reason.
Yeah.
you wouldn't even...
I want to see it all.
You
So before we get too far deep in society...
I want to make fun of him. But what's wrong with us? The dude. One thing I notice.
I can't help my algorithm, by the way.
Is he sends us memes, lot,
I do.
panel memes, but we always get the full screenshot, so you see the memes that are above and below it. So I get
yeah.
to see like what the groups are that are posting this shit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god,
All right,
dude!
so should we...
I don't even belong to 90% of them. It all just pops right up.
Recommended for you.
Yep.
All right, we have to have some organization.
Okay.
A
No, we
little
don't.
bit, right?
No, we don't.
All right, let's go roast us, roast society. Roast us, roast them.
Okay.
All right, Randy, Brian just had a shot at you. I'd like to take one. Do you think that you're good at taking advice?
Am I good at taking advice? Fuck no, I know better than everybody else. So why would I take advice from somebody else? When I'm smarter.
You usually aren't good at taking advice. I like to think I'm okay at giving. I don't know about taking it.
So real talk, you would say
I'm with Brian.
You're good at listening
Oh yeah, I'll listen.
and you'll take advice.
I didn't say I'd take advice. I said I'd listen.
Those don't have to be inclusive of each
For all
other.
the
They do
folks,
not.
I have to have my fun because I'm going to be wearing a Dak Prescott or some fucking jersey like that.
Oh,
Or the Dolly Parton
I would.
that she wore.
excellent.
Bring it on, bitch.
And I want you to have balloons up there too, dog.
Just make sure that I'll any pictures you take, I'm gonna put the link to this, and we're gonna put the clip right here. You bought a fucking race boat that you couldn't stable paddle. It's not here, and then you bought another boat to finish that fucking
You know
race.
what I hear? You know what I hear?
Just remember to
Somebody was faster.
yes, just remember to make the first response.
Somebody was faster.
Put 2 clips like
Find me the clip where I'm jealous of your time.
I can't. I'll give you that.
saying that
Where
I just said I was faster.
Where I'm going right now.
in the 80 to 100 pound boat.
You had a
Loaded with shit.
You
It was about
had
150 both.
You had luxury cruising, you motherfuck. We were in a 12.5-foot boat without a rudder.
It was about 600 pounds total.
How do you think they would have done if they would have committed to the Epic?
They wouldn't. I think they would have gotten tired and fallen over.
Think so?
It just happens. Like
No.
again, a small jolt on that boat.
They had the Alma. So we all we had to do was kind of lean to the right.
Oh, outrigger. Yeah.
It had an outrigger.
Okay, coming
I
from
think
the guy who
those boats
also
just
said
seem like
we
they take a
couldn't
long time to
paddle
get
it
used to.
without falling over.
Paddling.
We did. We went 3.
You're the guy who said it's this wide and you can't paddle it because the smallest jiggle. It's gone. You're the guy who phrased that as such.
Hold on. We did the whole Mean Lamine, which was 3 hours, and didn't tip over.
Oh, I
And we were
obviously
fighting upstream about 5 mile per hour current.
certified to do 56 hours on it then.
We'll see.
I don't know, man. Those boats seem
Tell
like
you
if
what.
you used to
Tell you
normal
what,
kayaks are
I
different.
sold it Saturday, so I can't test it. Sorry.
Okay, but going back to what's wrong with you.
Glad to hear you got it, man.
I sent you the race plan that I said is the successful guarantee you can go faster. Mm-hmm. And I think I ended up, after I counted up, sending that to you 3 times because you said, can you send it to me again? Because I think the closer we got to the race, you more figured out, oh, fuck, he might be right about that.
No, I was
Also,
way faster.
Let's go back to the part where you sent out headlights. Headlights.
I still think it's hilarious that
on
you
this
finished that
fucking
fast, though.
boat.
I'm very proud of you, man. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I have to roast you because I'm so proud of you. And the reason is,
We
you're-
tried the headlights,
there's-
but when zero visibility fog set in, they did not work.
What's wrong with me? I tell everyone to do the MR340. I tell everyone to do Type 2 fun because I can tell every human being alive, you can fucking do that race. You can do it. You can complete it. I don't care how old you are. I don't give a fuck what gender you are. I don't care anything about your excuses.
I agree, because I have never been in a kayak. I've been in canoes. I've been in floats. I've been in half-ass kayaks that weren't really kayaks. They were just like, let's sit and get drunk.
Yeah, of course.
First time I was in a kayak was in March of the year. 4 months later, I completed 340 miles in one shot. Anybody can complete that race.
Yeah, man, you're kind of
it's-
fat.
You got to have it in your.
I mean,
think
obviously, I'm kind of fat. I did it too. I sent you the Fat Man race plan.
he didn't need the Fat Man race plan.
I didn't.
Now, I guess
I did not get wings.
I guess for an invite to our 2-year anniversary,
Hey.
you're gonna have to do the Dragon Boat next year.
Hold on. Maybe he had a point there. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he just comment to you? Remake that comment.
I did not get the wings.
Something to that. He didn't stop in Washington to get wings and beer.
Oh. I was thinking of like a Red Bull.
No,
somewhere.
no. I stopped in Washington and got whiskey.
What restaurant did you go to eat? Do you know? Is it Marquardt's Landing, that one that's right on the?
I would have to look at and prove. You think my eyes and brain function together?
No, like it's just,
I literally walked to the sign that clearly was a bar.
yeah. There's 2 bar grill places right on the river. It's
I can tell you this: when you get off the river, there's the train tracks that are like right the fuck behind the.
Yep.
You cross those, you go to the right on the very first street, and it's like 3 buildings up.
Yeah, it's Marquardt's Landing.
There you go.
I was just there last week.
Okay, I genuinely didn't know the name.
I hit Washington about 11 a.m. and we did pick up two flasks of whiskey. And I'll tell you what, a half a bottle of water and a half a bottle of whiskey tastes just like iced tea.
So physiologically, it's a little different story.
All right, so let's get back to what's wrong with us here.
Okay.
Let's roast our podcast. Let's roast our last 52 episodes. Do you remember how dumb I was when I was bringing in like a scripted note process to make sure we followed it?
I mean, I think
It was a good start.
Was it? It's a good idea.
I'm roasting it.
There's nothing wrong with trying to start in a more organized fashion, but also, you know, that's part of the adaptation process. Is you're like, this might not be working like I wanted it to, so you.
We're humans and we throw everything off the fucking rails.
Smart like Einstein, you do something different.
You want to know the fun part? When a young person that you very much cherish, like, you know, not like in a weird
like
way.
a child?
My little brother?
Just someone that you know, when you got a little person in your life, like I care for your kids. You know, like I hope the best for your children.
Yeah,
obviously.
that's very nice of you.
So
Are we talking about children or are we talking about midgets?
This is children. This is
okay.
This is
You said little people.
That's a bad word, dude. You're gonna get canceled for that.
This is someone about
That's
your
the goal.
son's age who actually said, I've listened to a couple of your episodes.
Oh boy.
And as we say, fuck around, find out. So I'm like, we have to fuck around, even with dumb scripts or dumb, like, not scripts, but like talking points. Make sure we cover it.
So he got one on me, and I understand when he started.
Take your shot.
The not very good at when he came out, not very good at speaking. Still not very good at speaking. but episode 1, his speech was pre-typed, pre-written, and verbatim.
Yeah.
Would you do that again?
I mean, I still think I'm a dumbass frugivore.
There's a lot of other descriptives I could think of for you as well. Not all bad. Plenty of good ones too.
Hey man,
he did not say bad. He just said descriptive.
Both, I would give you both.
Feel free to poke. I poke back, and I don't mean it as any. Here's the thing.
I don't get to sit with giraffes in a hot fucking no ventilation room all that often, dude. It's pretty cool.
We're gonna.
It is cool.
You're welcome to the guest bedroom podcast. It's like a garage band.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what,
cool.
it's a break from his street corner holding a sign as a homeless person.
Fair enough.
The homeless.
Has he picked up playing the violin with the speaker out there yet for money? I think that may.
All right. Can we just clarify that
He tried taking off clothes last week, but people paid him a lot of money to put it back on.
Oh boy!
So I think he's going with that this week.
The only guy that doesn't own a home is the guy making the homeless jokes.
Well, he does. He has a home. He just doesn't own his home.
Oh, I do.
I'm there. Syntax matters.
Again, there's a weird semantics at all purpose here, but there's a per diem involved.
There's a per diem, and Adam Conover says there's no benefit to owning a home.
Fuck that guy.
I'm not here to fight anybody's opinion.
I don't like that guy.
He's gotten weirder and weirder I used to like him a lot. He keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Rogan, and again, I don't agree.
I have not watched that.
I don't agree with all the stuff Rogan always says either. But I like the fact that he seems to be intellectually curious, and he seems to be willing, if he's proven wrong, to be like, I didn't think of that, I didn't know that. There's an intellectual kind of curiosity. Now I think he jumps at times based on guess, but Conover, man,
when you don't have a script, it's kind of tough.
Okay, so
but yeah, Conover,
he's got tropes he likes to talk about.
But have you ever watched his show?
Yeah.
His
ruins everything.
Adam ruins everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it was decent.
My kids like the sciencey. You know, I watch a lot of that stuff.
Okay,
so much of it.
What
I enjoyed the show.
The very beginning.
All right.
Poked my brain a little bit.
Ooh, tickle.
I don't agree with with everything he says.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go to what's wrong with us in a society sense real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in.
How many people do have someone that they listen to, follow, whatever the terms are here, follow, like, subscribe, listen, whatever. How many people nowadays have someone that they will not challenge? They absolutely believe 100%
too much
of everything that person says.
I'll give you one name, man. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
Like I watched a lot of his material. He's not a bad speaker, fairly entertaining. He's got charisma. He's more relatable than a lot of like wonky.
He's
brainy
featured
scientists.
my question, dude.
But the problem is, man, I've seen him get into what I would call debates about scientific topics, and he completely kowtows to like progressive ideology at times, which just I don't is for a scientist. I hate to see scientists doing that.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, at the same time,
would you
hold on? Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
This one's very specific to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I support his. I've supported his podcast on Patreon, and I have been featured on his questions before. I genuinely do feel that he is brilliant in his field of study.
Yeah.
But I feel he gets out of his lane.
Oh yeah.
I feel he gets out of his lane a little with political basis or certain
That's fair.
Ideology, and it's one of those where he clearly isn't studied enough in it to speak on it, but he's an influencer. He has and he is not just an influencer. He's that struggle bus for me. He's a scientist and an influencer.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking powerful position.
It is, but here's my thing. He's a one pony show. He knows one thing and he's well versed in it, but according to the internet, not to me, not to anything else from research I've done, he's not as versed as he makes himself out to be.
Sure.
And that's when the influencer comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Where he is now, I don't want to say manipulating people, but he is entertaining people.
So let me. That's funny that you bring this up because I look at first of all to address what you talked about before. That's the difference between Neil deGrasse Tyson and somebody like Richard Dawkins.
Mm-hmm.
Like Richard Dawkins is he's an influencer. He's not like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but people listen to his stuff.
But he's been talking since the 60s.
Yeah, he's been talking since the late 70s or 70s. Yeah,
70s,
but
sorry.
my point is, what I always appreciate about Richard Dawkins, even if I don't agree with his theories, is that he is absolutely a guy who will say, you know what, I don't know about that. I'm
rare.
not going to talk about it.
Okay.
That's rare these days.
Random
Seriously,
tangent.
man.
Here's a fun one. I reached out and spoke with Richard Dawkins' assistant.
Oh, nice.
And they said, I'm sorry, we have noticed that you only have 3 videos uploaded. We're not really sure where you're headed.
Yeah.
Hey, we got 50 now.
We're a little
We're at
busy for
52
you
now.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing 52 still suck for this. So
Yeah.
laughably, it's one of those where I'm still in it for the therapeutic. I call this therapeutic.
No,
honestly.
so I have one more thing that on that. So Dawkins will say I don't know that.
Yeah, he will.
So now number 2, my next point was more to what you said about Neil deGrasse Tyson's fairly well respected. We think. Okay, he's got a good delivery. He's charismatic. He's a good talker. So we make an assumption.
He's not dumb.
And also, remember, most of his audience on television are not astrophysicists. They're not.
Yeah.
That's just not their lane. So when they hear him, it's like believing
He's a god.
It's like believing in Bill Clinton or Obama because they're really great speakers. There's sometimes when people are articulate enough and they sound like they know what they're talking about. You say,
Strategery.
I bet that guy's pretty smart. Seems like a really smart dude. But the thing is, like, think of, and The Big Bang Theory as a show kind of illustrates this.
It made nerds hot.
But how many, think of somebody like Brian Cox. Okay. Or, you understand there's tons and tons of theoretical physicists.
I'm guessing we're thinking of a different Brian Cox.
No, yeah, not the same.
Not the shenanigans.
No, not the Scotch actor,
Theoretical physicist,
which is great. But he can get on a show like Rogan and he can break down the most dense technical physics work, and he can make it even to the
He can tell
layperson.
it to you,
He
Randy.
can make it somewhat.
It doesn't sell though.
You can
It does sell because he has a lot more fucking clicks than we do.
But the thing is, like, he's not some guy that would plop down in the middle of a New York club and women would flock to. That's the best they've got. You know what I mean? Like, the influencer thing it's Neil deGrasse Tyson's presentable.
But Big Bang Theory, that's pop culture that made nerds hot.
Yeah. It definitely influenced. It definitely made a lot less kids get made fun of.
Okay, here's
Made neighbors hot.
For being nerdy kids. Right, no shit.
Okay, fun fact: pig butchering. That's
Kaylee.
a thing. All this.
Holla at me
Kaylee.
You ever watch Big Bang Theory?
all the time.
Okay.
Never.
You ever
Never
seen
seen it
Sheldon just dole out money and they're like, "Don't worry, he's emotionless about it. He doesn't know about money. He doesn't care. He's good."
No.
I don't remember that happening
He's
ever.
doled it out to Penny a few times. I want to say at least twice that I can remember, but
Oh, you know what else Sheldon said?
Bazinga.
Beans don't belong in chili.
He's from Texas too. The guy, I forgive him for that.
Let me give you a.
Do not forgive him. Accept it into your heart and your soul. Beans do not belong in chili.
Yeah. Well, you can. I mean, hey, look. It's okay to be wrong.
I'm sticking with Nerds Got Hot. I think Nerds Got Hot from.
You ever have somebody come and tell you that this beer is really good, and you just look at them and you know what the beer is, and you just
like one more,
an instant of almost like regret and not pity, but like sympathy for thinking like
I felt that.
Think that beer's good.
I felt that.
I can laugh.
I don't mean that as I don't like a. It just mean as like there's times where I hear people go, "This is so good." I'm like, oh, I remember my first beer too.
Yeah. Well,
I think you've said that to me a few times.
I
a couple of my
because you got a dumpster palate.
You got to smile and wave because there's a lot of people who believe wholeheartedly in the 90-degree fermented lagers, and you just got to smile and wave.
No, I understand.
But okay, so let's take that and extrapolate. What's wrong with us in society?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
I like your approach, man.
We're held back, and I want to get us canceled right now, and I want to go deep into a so simple fucking topic to research, but people are just gonna lose their shit. You guys ready to talk about swastikas?
No.
Cool. Let's do it. So they present
swastikas are a ancient Tibetan, I believe, or Indian.
Not sure.
There's a lot of.
It's a peace symbol.
It's a symbol of peace
from India.
It's a symbol of peace
from India.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you ruin a symbol of peace? Slap it on a fucking extremist and let him run with it. Because then you always are reminded of how you can cancel a symbol of peace. We're also talking about a symbol of peace that in current bounds of Israel in ancient synagogues is found. Let that fucking sink in for a sec. Ancient synagogues in Israel, current present boundaries.
The argument you're making is it's because something historically has not been associated with one thing that it can't be associated with something. Which
do you remember what I said about this signal? This is when I wanted you to remember we're so stuck that we can't remember. Like, hey, Hulk Hogan, and hey, move on. Hey, by the way, this symbol doesn't mean what the fuck you think it means. Yeah. It was perpetrated that way in your brain because it was drilled over and over and over.
It was bastardized for sure.
Same reason my dad thinks pot's bad. Like he just heard it a bunch growing up.
And the D.A.R.E program on their website has an official published statement saying it failed. We fucked up. By the way, don't worry. The next one, it's gonna be great. And your kid right now is in Impact. Your kid's in Impact.
Yeah.
So with the D.A.R.E program, like
that was an impact.
You want to know what Project Smart said in 1988? The best way to avoid drugs is to not actually expose kids to them. You want to know
yeah, I mean,
I believe it because I didn't know what drugs were until D.A.R.E.
Yes! Thank you, Randy.
I literally did not know what pot was until they told me this is a joint. Don't smoke it. It will make you hallucinate.
Didn't you ever see the commercial when maybe this is maybe dating myself just a little bit, but did you never see the commercial where it's the dad's like comes into the kid's bedroom and I believe the dad's like holding a cigar box.
I learned it from you, Dad.
Where did you learn this, son? Yeah. From you, Dad. I learned it from what? And it showed the best earlier in the commercial.
The best movie ever.
Sees him like looking out and sees him.
Was it Cabin in the Woods where they imitate that? Where did you get this? I learned it from you, Dad.
How are my deep conspiracy theories leading into your guys' tangents?
Because
it's pretty close.
Hey man, I can't. My brain just goes. I associate things.
Anywho, the best part about what you just said.
Yeah.
That D.A.R.E program going back for.
So hold on, I didn't know about it, and then I'm in that weird age group where like I didn't have the internet, and then I got the internet.
Yeah.
So you'd go look at like weed is bad, and then you find this cool stuff like. Weed, nobody's ever overdosed on it. It would take like 20 pounds smoked continuously all at the same time to overdose.
Higher numbers.
I'm sure it is, but and you'll pass out long before. So is weed bad? Because it can't kill me.
Okay.
Like now you're curious. Like they're saying it's bad. They're saying like it can't hurt me. Like
your bullshit's my gateway drug.
I remember people.
But I'll tell you what, I smoked weed. I never picked up a crack pipe like D.A.R.E told me I was going to.
Yeah, it's a gateway drug, bro.
I mean, just remember back to the mushrooms we're going to eat holes in your brain. And there's actually now...
That was the Molly.
Well, no, I think mushrooms were part of that too. I think it was psychedelics eat your brain. If we're gonna go diving into what the D.A.R.E. program.
If they really
produced.
did, I don't know how much brain I'd really have left.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure it looks like
high school
fucking
and college.
Swiss cheese by now.
High school and college, dude.
Let's laugh and let's fast forward. It's 2025. Do you guys know what an LD means? LD is lethal dose in that sense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
No,
a little dick.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't say anything. Just letting you know.
LD 50, lethal dose of 50% of people.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what that is on psilocybin containing mushrooms?
Zero.
It's a lot.
The lethal dose for 50% of people. To how much do you have to consume?
How much?
To die?
Okay. I have no idea.
It's
42 fucking pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 40 pounds. I've seen that.
Of psilocybins, you would have to do 42 pounds to...
Could you actually eat 40 pounds? of mushrooms?
Listen.
You can't even drink a gallon of milk, so I'm
Jesus
assuming...
Christ. When I asked if you were a good listener, you said I do listen. Fuckhead.
I can hear you over my voice. I just prefer mine.
He zinged you good there.
Oh, God.
I thought you got him pretty good with that one.
Like I said, I can hear him. I just prefer my voice over it.
I just choose
You have to realistically think for a second and rationalize that LD 50 means the lethal dose for 50%.
Yeah.
50%, half of the people die at 42 pounds. The rest of us can persevere up above 42 pounds of mushrooms.
So you got to think 50% of the population is female. And they are a little thinner. So you're talking probably 120 to 180 pounds. So yeah,
I'd rather go back into swastika.
The average male would probably take 50 to 60 pounds.
I'm not convinced because I think everybody's overweight. So I mean,
that's not true.
Everyone in this room.
What's
60%?
What's the percentage? 60%?
I believe so.
That's fucking sad, dude.
It is.
How about the stats in this room? It's 100%.
I don't know.
Talk for yourself, fatty.
I'm at 5'8", 178 pounds. I mean, I'm like 10 pounds away from what they would think my 10, 12 pounds.
What you just said was a rationalization of your overweight.
I think it's what's the BMI scale? It's at BMI.
I'm 6 foot, 175.
Overweight, and then it's obese. I don't believe that.
And 115's in your bra.
I don't believe that.
Okay,
I call shenanigans.
I'm 5'11", 220.
Definitely a prime specimen. All right. So, just so we're on the same page,
Sure,
100% of the room's overweight. I'm also overweight. We're good.
What are you? Are you using the BMI scale? Is that what you're using? No, I mean I'm curious. How old? You're 6'4"?
No, he's not 6'4".
6'3".
6'3".
What do you weigh?
210, maybe.
Maybe
it's 205 to 210.
Are you like 10 pounds overweight? They want you to be like 180, 190.
They actually told me they want me to hover at 200 the last time I was there. So
yeah.
And the most recent time they said I was 206.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to do anything, so I'm feeling like I just hover 10 pounds overweight, and that just keeps me off the dating scale. I'm not dateable.
I only really ask.
Don't look at me for that.
No, I only ask because
I don't think it's your body. I think it's your face that makes you undateable.
I think it's your.
Hey,
you're married, so it doesn't
Take
count.
off your hat, Harry. Or does that fuck up our lighting in our studio?
It might. It might blind Brian.
Hey,
poke me, poke back, bitch.
This can produce glare if you expose the wrong surfaces.
And we would not want to expose the wrong surface.
No, I only ask because I
mean, 10 pounds right here.
You know, when I lost a bunch of weight, the first thing I thought was they told me this, like, well, if you're gonna, if you're having success and you're getting down, and you're losing, you need to be about right here. And they told me about 160 pounds. Mm-hmm. I got to like 158 pounds. Mm-hmm. I had to eat so much to still exercise.
So here's my thing.
Literally, this doesn't feel healthy.
For me to get down to 160 pounds at 5'11", my caloric intake was 500 calories.
Caloric,
not caloric. Same difference.
All right, so you've led to a fun actual conversation that we can do what's wrong with.
Okay.
What are your genuine thoughts of food sourcing in the future regarding food and water, arable land, etc.?
I'll be dead before it's a matter.
I kind of feel like I'm the same as Randy.
So you don't care?
I'm not saying I don't care.
I don't care. It's just...
but I will warn you, I'm not going to become an activist for these things.
I'm not asking you to be. I'm genuinely curious. Like when you said, I don't care,
I feel like my daughter is going to be an engineer and will be, if she's altruistic like I think she may be, maybe she'll be working on it instead of me. I don't have to. I'm a computer programmer.
I mean, I feel like we're also on the precipice of the synthetic foods.
Oh yeah, you want some of those steaks? Those look good, don't they?
A little pill.
Let's
I would.
Oh, you're talking about the printed steaks?
I probably prefer the
3D
pill.
printed steaks. Yeah. Or the steaks that are currently being put together with fat glue
binders. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, how much? But like, let's talk about realistic impacts that no one wants to talk about. What's wrong with us? No one likes to talk about what happens in a Walmart compactor. No one wants to look at the grocery store backdoor compactor.
Yeah.
Yeah, rules have...
how's food waste working out for us?
Rules have consequences.
Mold got us penicillin, but it's the first thing that kills our food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Luckily for us, nothing molds anymore.
That's true.
Here's the other thing.
I got McDonald's cheeseburgers three months ago back in the house.
Here's the thing that I also like to tell people.
Dinner time.
If your food has ingredients that you can't pronounce on it, it's probably not stellar for you.
Probably not.
Well, Randy can't pronounce much anything, so he shouldn't be eating anything.
I just like to remind people there weren't a lot of obese people
cheese,
back
meat,
in the
water.
Day.
That's what I understand.
The chives, the meat,
yep.
and wooter.
Exactly.
What was that?
I'm just
ingredients.
I'm making fun of his broad vocabulary and serial mangling of the English language.
Supposedly, he has a higher than average IQ.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Especially.
What do you find wrong with society?
Especially, remember.
Almost
stress.
You know what?
that.
It's even better. Especially.
There you go. I like it.
You got to throw that X.
I think it's funny, but I think it would really irritate him if he did it all the time.
What are we doing?
I have corrected myself so many times.
You said what's wrong with us?
From my Midwestern accent to make sure I pronounce it, especially.
I think you're doing
just
a great
for
job.
His beautiful ears, so they don't fucking.
You're doing a great
fall
job.
out.
You really made progress.
I have.
I think you have.
You know what? Speaking of what's wrong with society, I've made progress. Brian, acknowledge it. I want a fucking medal.
You what?
I want a fucking medal.
For what?
For progressing with my vocabulary of especially.
Progressing with that's what you chose to go with there?
Progressing.
No, I think you're picking. I think you're just nitpicking. That's okay though.
I do get to. It's semantics at
with
this
it.
point.
I don't have a problem with it.
No, that is a problem with. We reward bad behavior. That is a problem with society. Mm-hmm. We have monetarily rewarded bad behavior. The more fucked up you can be, the more we will reward you.
Man.
We will reward with your views. We will reward you with clicks. We will reward you with monetization. And that gives people zero incentive to be honest, genuine, and sincere. So I'm just going to throw out the most fucked up thing I can come up with, which luckily we don't do here. But if we wanted to be monetized and make money, that's what we would do, because that's what makes money.
I told you how. Actually, you want to go right there for a second. I love it. We could be monetized tonight. I told you how we could go viral. I told two conservative, idealistic leaning folk how we could go viral, and you guys shot it the fuck down.
Not conservative.
Fair enough. You said no when I said that during a Trump rally, if we were to dress as the who sings the YMCA? The Village People. If we dressed as the Village People, which is a gay construction worker, what were they on? A gay cop, gay
Indian fireman.
I would have been the straight fireman.
No.
Indian.
Had we done that and danced at the Kansas City rally to the YMCA, which played 3 times, we would have been viral. And I fucking promise
he's really got the gay
viral.
construction worker vibe, I think.
Oh, I've got it.
Lit up, dude. Hard hat. Oh, yeah.
I feel like...
How many times have you held a trowel?
A few times.
Fuck off.
I feel like
Not
he's...
as many times as you have, that's for sure.
I feel like he's the pivot man at the homeless camp, though.
I do. He's the face man. Like, we like to...
That's where they finish?
My mortgage is paid. God
The
damn.
face?
That wasn't where I was going. That's pretty funny, too. I'd say he's like their spokesperson. He's pretty articulate, relatively articulate.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Especially not in front of a camera, but with microphone.
Yes.
Better.
So what do you
He has a
find
face for
wrong
radio.
with us in society, Brian?
Well, which do you want, us or society?
Like, what do you find wrong with us as humans? Society?
Okay, sure.
Like, what's wrong with us as in people?
I hate to say it, I would dovetail off what anybody else says, but I really, really worry. I really fucking really worry that this. It's not for everybody too, because I don't think. I mean, young kids, a lot of young kids aren't exposed to all the social media, all the things that are algorithmically oriented and based, which are trying to grab your attention. They're trying to hijack your limbic system, your fucking brain.
Go back, Sep. You said a lot of kids aren't exposed?
No, I mean younger kids with social media. They have screens. I know kids have screens, and it's YouTube. And the line.
Isn't it all the same?
The line is blurry. My point is like.
I mean, look at what YouTube is suppressed and who owns it.
Just hear me out though when I say it. I don't think that any of it's good. Okay, even like YouTube to a degree. Some of the content's normal. Some of it's like television. Some of it's cool disc golf videos. Like I like that. But there's absolutely addictive driven stuff that's for kids. I agree. It's all there. What I worry about from an IQ perspective. For the United States specifically, and anywhere that's Western culture oriented, is the social media clips, reels, TikTok. It is drastically shortening the attention span of everybody, and it's making literally everybody the guy in the office that everybody made fun of because he would always send email responses that proved that he hadn't read more than the subject line in the first sentence of the email.
Okay, in a mathematical sense. And I want to speak very much to you on this.
Sure.
I want you to think about what you believe to be the diminishing attention span.
Yep.
And I want you to think about the rise in AI tech and growth and development.
It's a horrible combination.
Are those
horrible combination?
Is that a U-turn? Is it an asymptotic U-turn?
I think it's a continuation of the same path because it just makes people more reliant on something and more reliant on AI, these kind of tools, and less reliant on thinking.
Right, but that's what I'm asking is, do those graphs match do those graphs mirror the y-axis?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Asymptotic, or are they exponential growth and like exponential decay?
See, I don't see anything coming from an edge and turning up. I see you have people getting less critical. Maybe it's a hard, like they are less
critical thinking,
less likely to think freely about a topic. Like, do I know this, like getting down to the bottom to where I can really find an answer. I think less and less. I mean, the number of people with short attention span is just going up and up and up, and AI is just going to make it do that.
Right. I mean, but what I'm asking is, like, is people's attention span going down at the same rate that AI growth is going up?
No. I mean, it could be, you say, but I don't think AI is not. It's hard. I mean, that's a good question, but it's hard to kind of suss out because the TikTok short, like the 15-second attention span thing.
But let me interject for a second.
AI was really a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
I think it accelerates a problem that exists.
And I think and
it may shoot it through the fucking moon.
Right. And I think part of the problem with a lot of the generative AI right now is, like, when you see all these things that are released to the internet and they start tweeting fucking, or whatever, it's gone, right? It's done. It's over.
Grok.
But what you also have to remember is, I think these things are fed what the internet gives. And and tonight,
100%.
Tonight we've also proven that there are trolls amongst us that do prefer to just grenade it. And
Where?
Who are you talking about?
Yeah. So at a certain level, I do believe that the decay and that attention span aspect is very much driven on, we do have to eliminate some of we got more Amazon drivers that we need to hire rather than more whatever your degree in English got you.
All right, so I'm going to throw this in. Right now, this date in time, you're wrong. Because I don't think the average person knows how to utilize AI in the proper manner that you're talking about.
That's certainly true.
Do I think it's right around the corner? Absolutely.
And this is coming from a savant of AI.
I use AI daily. Mm-hmm. And I do not utilize it to its full extent.
Oh, sure.
And I don't think the average person knows how to use it. And I don't think the average person is paying the way I am to use it.
What's a GAN?
I have no idea.
A general adversarial network, basically.
Okay.
So it's a general adversarial network, I believe. Generic, well, I don't know the semantics on the G, but long term short, it's how do you fight it?
My thing is, let me finish. The idiots out there that you're referencing that are going to be using it, and you talk about your cross reference, they're not there yet. I promise. They're not. They're not using it to that extent. Now, are we on the verge of it? Absolutely. Well, it's getting there.
There's an abstraction layer that's involved with AI tools because, I mean, if you're really thinking about it, yeah, it's just like anything. You're how can I use it that nobody's ever used it before?
Yeah. I think
how do you automate stuff?
Well, here's another thing too. Okay. I had an idea for a piece of art. It took me 8 hours to go through and convince ChatGPT of what I wanted, and for it to finally spit out exactly what I wanted, the image that I was looking for. AI isn't there yet.
If you were better at Photoshop.
No. Well, yes, that too. No. But AI is not there yet to where the level you're talking about.
Has to be what's wrong with marriage.
It's close. It's close.
Let me take you from there.
Okay.
And how do you ask a child, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
Okay. You get an AI tool, an AI agent that's great at developing video, which you've sent so many times to our fucking chat. Mm-hmm. You send an AI agent that sends out slop, which you've sent out so many of these fucking Wookiee and Sasquatch memes to our chat.
You gotta love them though.
He does send an inordinate amount of those.
What I'm
dude,
saying
everybody loves Squatch.
I genuinely think that AI is a problem you solve one bite at a time. And I think what we're doing is realizing you can't do generative AI because you give it the internet and it's fucked. It's fucked.
Yeah.
It gets racist, it gets weird, it gets wild, and it has all sorts of just bonkers bullshit because we have people that still can't even agree that water is wet. Yeah. So, moving forward one bite at a time, you have water. AI that gets into construction.
Their mom's wet.
You have AI that gets better at video generation. You have AI that gets better at facial recognition.
It's getting there.
Cloning.
It's getting there.
And here's the thing. That's AI taking one fucking bite at a time, and we're feeding it as fast as fucking possible and building billions of dollars of data centers to make sure that it is never hungry.
You want to hear something I found out?
You want to know the scary part?
What?
You are the biggest culprit of that goddamn data center.
Well, maybe.
Oh no,
not the biggest. I take that back.
He's a target.
Do you have
a target?
Do you have a problem?
Blade in Iraq somewhere targeted?
Hold on. Do you have a problem with my Sasquatch? Speaking of Sasquatch, I can bring up
some of your.
I can bring up how they.
I feel like this is a loaded question.
I can bring up how Sasquatch sold the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap, and we can jump into that.
That's a good little play on words.
What kind of segue was this? Well,
she has amazing genes.
The Grateful Dead does
going
it better
back
than that.
One step before I know what you're about to bring up. The point that I was trying to make, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it, but genuinely, generative AI has been what seems to be a public fuck up on everyone's everywhere, every level. And we have China, who is just taking the lesser technology and figuring out a better way to utilize it. And then we also have all of this shit coming out, different AI agents, different AI tools, whatever you want to call it. It's getting into corporate cultures. It's getting into engineering. It's getting into construction. It's getting into everything. And I want to hear your thoughts. How do you kill the elephant? Which, by the way, AI, generative AI, that's the most crazy thing. We could never build a god to us. It's the smartest thing ever. That is a fucking elephant.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So, what I wanted to say before when I said when I found out, AI kind of fits into this. Allegedly, you know your little Pokemon game where you go around, catch them all. Allegedly,
that had your camera on the whole time.
Well, yes, but what they're doing is they will put them in places, so you have to take a picture of that place.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And now they are documenting. They don't give a fuck about that little fucking Squirtle.
It's like Google Earth, dude.
I mean,
you're just gathering.
They don't care. Squirtle, your mom, they're the same thing, squirting out all the time. But they want to get the picture behind it, and now they have a database of everything in the world, basically.
Whose database built that? Was that us or someone else?
Well, we built it.
Question. Palantir.
Wait, United States or not
you mean
United States?
That's a good question. I don't know who owns the rights to it, but I do know that they have documented pretty much every place around the world, and if they don't have it, they will just throw a little Charizard there because that's the most coveted thing, and people will flock to go take pictures of this undocumented area.
Show you this area.
People will storm Area 51.
Well, yeah.
People will do a lot of things.
Did you ever ask Bob Lazar to come on the show, dude?
I actually haven't found his contact.
Damn it.
Good luck.
Love that guy. Love his interviews. I hate the guy that comes with him when he's on.
Yeah.
Let's have a fun one for a second.
Oh boy.
TikTok. That was China.
Yes.
We had a big uproar.
Correct. Soft bite. Is that the name?
Now we still have TikTok.
Yeah.
China doesn't have TikTok. They have a different one. Mm-hmm. Do you think
we've talked about that on a previous episode with Grant?
Yeah. Do you think it's potential that the Chinese and the U.S. government don't want the bulk of their people talking, and that we could never have the same social media app, so to speak, as a public symbol, because they don't want us to be able to share this shit to them, and they don't want them to see what we share, and vice versa?
I think that's why every country has a different internet.
Yeah. Well,
but wait, no, shut up. That's the World Wide Web. What?
Right.
So I want to
access
asking,
control everywhere, man.
Yeah, it's all fucking psyop, dude. Literally, the whole fucking thing. All of social media, it is very much digitally controlled to make sure you see your country.
But remember, the internet I get on is not the same as the internet they get on in Argentina.
Remember, if you post that notice on your Facebook page that I refuse to let Meta. And not only that, or
I refuse the rights for you to.
Or post these 3 paragraphs, and all of a sudden you'll see a bunch of new people's, people that have been filtered out of your timeline for a long time.
Yeah,
I love when people post those.
Imagine the
keep posting them, but it just doesn't pop up.
Doesn't change anything.
Did you guys remember that you're not allowed to use Apple's iPhone for any portion of nuclear warfare? Right, that's in the terms of service.
It wouldn't surprise me.
You're not allowed.
Their
music or their devices. Yeah. Not allowed in nuclear warfare.
I mean,
now I will ask.
What are you going to do? Like play "Welcome to the Jungle" as the nukes are just fucking
no better. That's the best way to go, bro.
Right? And then they cut it off. Like they cut it off. They're like, "No, you are not allowed to die to this in a nuclear war."
Sounds like a South Park episode happening.
That's like as absurd as taking out insurance for a terrorist attack.
Oh God. I knew he was going to get something.
Is that even real?
More conspiracy stuff.
Is that real?
He's talking about Larry Silverstein.
I do not know that man.
I'll let Brian
I'm sure he'll tell you.
No.
Oh, Larry Silverstein is
I said swastikas. You got to get canceled.
Was he? I mean, just owned buildings, like owned high rises.
Brian is starting his own podcast.
Took out some insurance policies on the Twin Towers buildings really soon, or really.
Right before it happened.
Right before 9/11.
But specifically a clause of
airplanes?
Specifically terrorism
attack. Was one of the writers was a terrorist attack.
I don't know if you can say terrorist.
I mean, you're going to have to figure out what to censor, bitch. I've said swastikas about 37 times.
What do we say? What could we? I don't even know what you could call it.
What can we call the swastikas? Crooked letter I.
Other country supporter, other religion supporter.
Bad pilots.
What?
Poorly trained pilots.
I don't want to dive into every conspiracy theory. I just think that there's horseshit behind it all, and I think it's the argument that I would make with it. And this is my thought for you guys tonight. Okay. What's wrong with us on society? This is the big point I want to make. If you have a 2-party system, which we do, I mean, yes, you can argue, oh, there's a third party. Like
we've got the green,
right, okay,
libertarians, dude.
Moving forward,
get like half of 1% of the votes.
You got 2 parties, and if you were to have the most effective 2-party system, what would the diversity split be in the population of leaning to one versus leaning to two? 50-50 is my argument, because if you had a clean sweeping majority every year for whoever won, that would be so weird.
Question.
Yeah.
Does AOC show up in a bikini?
No.
Damn it.
Not a fan.
Then 50%. Not a fan, but I think the bikini would sway some people.
Possible.
going back to the real subject at hand rather than that brilliant subject.
That was brilliant. I thought he really...
absolutely. Supposedly he's brilliant.
Top drawer stuff.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It's gotten so much better.
what is the most effective population split for core beliefs in a two-party system?
Hold on.
Rephrase that.
Ask a question again, please.
If you have a two-party system, which we agree to the majority to, right?
He's thinking about AOC.
What is the ideal split between leaning to those two parties?
I mean,
Left,
you
right,
have to say
1, 2.
50-50.
Or you like a
because you
percentage?
feel like-
50-50.
I feel like if you don't say 50-50, that would mean you'd want like a ruling class.
Okay.
The same thing
Yeah.
that goes all the time.
Okay,
Because
so-
I think that 50-50 means that to me, it means that the sides are going to challenge each other.
We used to handshake.
You're
after-
borderline.
Respectfully or disrespectfully.
We used to handshake after elections. We used to have
We did.
political discourse, respect. We had decorum. We had actual things. And now politics, in my personal opinion, has won. It's won because politics is, you could take away everything in the media that is not politically driven. And I'm going to dive right the fuck in on you.
There wouldn't be a lot of media left.
You could take everything in the
He's
media.
talking politics and hasn't slapped his microphone out of the way.
I'm very proud of him for not doing that.
You could talk politics and take everything off the internet that's not politic or political leaning and found to be so in some way.
Okay.
Okay. I'm with you.
Yep.
And I think what you would find is that politics has won at this point in terms of engagement because politics has turned so tribalistic, and I would argue that we are at the most cusp, precipice, whatever point, the apex of being almost ideal 50-50 for these motherfuckers to win.
Agreed.
And if they win, no one wins.
Or we all
If they win, it's controlled. No one wins. They control
50%
who wins.
Yeah, half of it's always going to win.
But that's my point.
You're looking
If
for
you
the
have
middle.
50% this year that won,
Yeah.
the next election, isn't it close to 50-50? So it's always a nail biter?
Could be, depends.
So
Depends
are
how
you
the previous
distracted by the
administration
politics of what they want to say? Because let's be clear, Obama dropped over 12,000 fucking bombs on the Middle East. People do not like to
did.
acknowledge
Yeah,
that.
that's it was.
People don't like to acknowledge that.
People don't know that.
Those are peacekeeping missions, dude. Come on.
People don't know that. If you told 75% of the population the true statistic, they would be,
People don't want. That's how the sausage is made. And
I know that we went down
especially when it's butt sausage.
I don't want to go into insurance policies and high rises. That would be fucking
We
crazy.
need to get Shane Gillis on
But
here.
what I do want to talk about, let's go into
see
the
what happens if you
aftermath.
stick your butt in his face. That's going to be.
He said no.
Damn it, Shane.
I think we had 5 videos out. We have 491 currently in my spreadsheet that are not responded.
Fair enough.
Go
So,
for it. Shoot your shot, bro.
You can't find out if you don't reach out.
Yeah.
True.
Everyone says no if you don't reach out.
Fucking, you got to take a shot.
So going back though, like, let's talk about what happened right after those high rises in that insurance policy.
Okay.
Let's go into it.
Okay.
What the fuck did we do in the Middle East? We exported opium.
Well,
We
yeah.
defended opium fields. We made sure that was the number one
Yeah.
fucking production crop that
Gotta
they
keep-
had again.
Got to keep
where
your
the
GDP
money's
up.
at.
Got to
Okay.
keep your GDP of
Okay.
Afghanistan up, dude.
Can you guys take back for a second? Go back in your way back hats. Let's get in our time capsule, okay? There we are. What happened about the mid 2000s?
I hope when we invent a time capsule, it doesn't make that sound.
How
What happened in the mid 2000s? I discovered
Regarding-
that getting laid was amazing.
regarding Poppy?
I got married in
Regarding
the early
Poppy?
2000s, and I bought a house around 2003.
Maybe he was high when he got married.
Have you ever heard of OxyContin and was it popular?
I've heard that people like it.
I've heard that it may cure some
I've heard that
ailments.
it's not particularly good for you.
I think we should deport the Sacklers.
Who are they?
They were the founders of Purdue Pharma. And that is the opioid crisis manufacturer.
Purdue
And
Pharma. That sounds like a pretty poor agency.
I'm just gonna-
They probably didn't make a lot of money, did they?
A few bucks.
The best part about it is there were a lot of people who celebrated the news because that headline and their immediate trust source, right?
Okay.
And there were a lot of news articles that came out and a purported $11 billion settlement was in place. people didn't realize that was amortized. So a monkey sitting on a fucking football as a dildo could have done the investing to make sure that never actually affected their wealth.
Speaking of dildo.
That's a generative AI video that you need to...
Speaking of dildo. Did you guys see last night somebody threw a dildo onto the WNBA court?
Oh, no, damn it. I always love the clip at the Bills game. I always think the Bills game.
No, they had to stop play and everything. It was a giant neon green. Yeah. But with the Sacklers, here's my issue with the Sacklers. Here's my issue with the Sacklers, and here's my issue with OxyContin. I understand that the data was manipulated. They were punished for putting out a product that worked. It worked.
Yeah, unintended side effects. I believe.
It fucking worked. It worked for all intents and purposes. It really did.
It's a little it did kill the pain.
It's a little
You're
bit,
right.
it's
It
a
did
little,
kill the pain.
Little
But
bit
out
addictive.
of curiosity,
A little bit addictive.
is it less than 1% addictive?
No.
So are you willing to overlook accountability because it worked? Or do you want to look at the fact that right after they said it worked, they said it was less than 1% addictive?
That's where I have the problem. I understand that part.
You're dishonest.
Okay.
That's a different story.
Do we keep that fucking family in this country?
I mean,
do we keep the family
they're legal
that
citizens,
created
so
the opioid crisis in the country they did it in?
there's no precedence that you would keep them out. It really isn't.
No.
We don't banish people to deserted islands.
Would you describe this country as where you can fuck around, find out, and if it cost people's lives, you better just be rich?
Yes, but I'll tell you,
they lost everything.
What
they
you just
lost
said.
what?
They'd have money still.
They're billionaires.
What I'm just said. But what
They're
you just said.
billionaires.
When you're rich, a lot of times you're not going to get the brunt end of the law.
No, you're not.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I should say, I want to preface that by saying I don't really think you have to be rich. I mean, if you can, dude, unless it's something really fucking serious, if you can afford an attorney.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, it was
kind of tight. I mean, it didn't look like it fit that well.
It didn't. But I mean, I think you could have slid it on.
It's just possible.
Luckily, he can't sue us. He's dead.
He did. Poor guy. Poor Orenthal.
Orenthal.
See, think about it. If he was just bus driver Orenthal Simpson, he'd have been convicted of.
Oh yeah,
been guilty.
I mean, yes, money buys you freedom. We just saw with
that's not possible because we're in a country where we have rights and we're free rightfully.
We just saw with
rights and free rightfully
with P. Diddy.
You mean the media plant who had video evidence?
Do I feel like he got railroaded? Yeah. Do I feel like every evidence that was pointed out that everybody was willing participants just to be in his presence? Yeah. Was the dude fucked up and doing some fucked up shit? Sure. Was it illegal? Well, I mean, I feel like there was consenting adults that made all this happen.
We got quarterbacks in the NFL who get busted for wanting masseuses to stick their fingers in his butt. So I mean, let's not act. The one thing that's funny, and I really mean this as a societal thing, we all tend to look at everybody with a very Victorian, like prudish, like, if you have to have the same standards of living as I do, we're very judgmental about everybody else, and it's like, I hate to tell you, and this is also a thing. People that call themselves Christian versus like atheists, I still think you live kind of in this. We live in a pretty influenced by Christianity.
No shit.
A lot of our, pretty much everything is, and it's like, it's just funny how, like, as a society, what I just talked about, masseuse, this NFL player was suspended for basically a year. We all of a sudden look at that.
It may or may not be in Ohio.
Well, I mean, a lot of people think that's like, I don't think they mean like morally repugnant. Yes, they probably think that too, but they think it's like sexually deviant.
Yeah.
And it's like we judge everybody so much, and it's to our own kind of standards.
But here's the thing. How many hundreds, if not thousands of dollars did this alleged masseuse take?
Oh, yeah.
Before they're like,
Yeah.
And then a new contract pops up and he's worth... Why is
large contract?
Why do all of the
money?
I'm not saying don't believe people and their stories.
Sure.
But I'm saying it's weird how a lot of the stories coincide 20, 30 years later with huge events or contracts involving large amounts of money.
People like money, man.
Ooh. Can I jump in on this?
No, but I will allow it this time.
You're tall. You shouldn't have to jump.
Let's have some fun with money. You guys remember the name Bernie Madoff?
I do know who Bernie Madoff is.
I know the name.
It's a Ponzi schemer.
Ah, yes, Bernie Madoff. Yes, I know.
So now
Okay,
we're
yeah.
on the same page?
Yes,
Everyone's on the
yes,
same
yes,
page?
yes.
Sure.
Okay. Bernie Madoff ran a Ponzi scheme for a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
And
Investment
It's an investment
firm.
there was actually
pyramid scheme to be exact.
there's someone who has actually made a very, very valid point on this, and it really hasn't been brought to light, in my opinion, enough. But you guys have also heard of J.P. Morgan Chase?
Of course.
Okay, so J.P. Morgan Chase
Allegedly.
dealt with allegedly. Do
Allegedly.
we have to say that? Really? Okay, fucking do it. Allegedly. Fuck you guys. So J.P. Morgan
They have
Chase
more money than I
Not my
do.
type,
So
dude.
allegedly never saw that fraud, but at the same time they didn't have a securities custodian because they knew Bernie Madoff hadn't bought any securities,
Yeah.
and they didn't really like
I mean, you could make
answer that question. That was just, it was asked, but they were like, terms of service, bro.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to dive into is like money. Like Bernie Madoff, that dude fucked over a lot of people. A lot of people. He created a crisis that some could almost argue.
rich people.
Yeah, but let's be real for a second.
Silicon Valley
If
Bank
you
died
are
and lost to rich people a lot of money, but
this is going back to the what's wrong
They
with us
rebounded.
in society, and I think it's accountability, it's responsibility, and it's greed, because a lot of the people I believe involved in what happened with the Bernie Madoff and no securities custodian and no purchases, they didn't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
It let it build, and guess what? The people that let it build capitalized.
well, I mean,
They knew it was building because they had the insider information.
Yeah.
And they let it build and capitalized on it, and then went,
well, I mean, you're asking a funny question. It's like maybe, is there a reason why people aren't asking to look at because Epstein was supposed to be a financier and investment guy, trader? Go see what trades he's done. Apparently,
wait a minute, you're a fucking conspiracy theorist, you prick. Get
really.
the fuck out of here. I
Just
bet
ask
you like
questions.
swastikas.
I just ask questions.
So,
yeah, why? Yeah, okay. Everybody's asking for the list. Why is nobody asking for the insider trading?
we're coming back to Epstein.
I see,
consolidated thoughts on Jeffrey Epstein.
Hold on. I see Jason Bateman sitting there going, "It's a bold strategy, Cotton."
See if it pays off.
I don't see it paying off.
Well, Canada's.
So,
Canada's safe because of the United States.
I believe Epstein was a plant, and I think he was a plant based off of a dual government operation for blackmail. And I think that those exist in multiple facets. I think Diddy was part of one too.
I think you're out of line because where's the list?
I think you should shut the fuck up.
Where's the list?
So I also
There is no list apparently now.
I believe that Les Wexner and Michael Jeffries basically supplied the we don't care who you like to fuck, we've got both. They're all here.
Owners of Victoria's Secret and Abercrombie and Fitch, respectively.
There you go. Thanks. And
You're welcome.
if
Context is
you
key.
know that Jeffrey Epstein's address was 9, and if you want to laugh not at a conspiracy theory, because 9 and his next door neighbor being 11 is just radically bullshit, but if you look at who lived there, it's the same guy who's standing behind Trump saying we don't need to release anything.
No, Howard Lettner.
Oh, we've got all this guys too. This guy's got it.
Just know the
So
names.
Why was
make sure-
Ellen's background Epstein Island?
No, again, the list I think at this point is being suppressed because it is so goddamn damning.
Okay, so can you
I
ask?
think it is so damning.
Can I ask you a question
that
about
it
this?
I think it could topple what
Worlds?
we have created. And I think what it truly is, the scariest thing right now for them is the IMF and the formation of BRICS. And if we lose the currency, people do not realize what this world might be like for them. And I will laugh because it's like a third of this fucking country, the United States, for those listening, didn't know where we were. This country doesn't leave here. Most of us never see another fucking country and appreciate what we have. Most of us never get the fuck out.
I understand.
I've learned to appreciate it over time. I do say that. And I still take shit for granted.
When I saw a family of 6 living in a aluminum siding leaned against 4 sticks, half the size of this room.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah, I get it.
Can I ask you a question about the list? Like good faith question. Because I absolutely believe there's damning information.
There has to be.
I don't care about side political leanings. I don't care. But this whole
I don't either.
The obfuscation of the list as a thing, because really it's like, oh, it will release everything, and then it becomes, well, it doesn't really exist. Well, I'm going to make an argument that I think the people that are doing the messaging are actually, they're playing a weird semantic like shell game. Because do you tell me exactly, try to be as precise as you possibly can, what is the Epstein list? What is the list? What do you think that it would consist of?
I truly think it would be as simplified, and I mean this,
sure,
as a very, very basic spreadsheet with hyperlinks.
Okay. I think of it as a little black book.
Well, here's what I like to argue. I think that Epstein was a plant for both. And I think there's a Washington hard drive, and I think there's a Tel Aviv hard drive. And I think it's why we might have bombed Iran on command. I think it's why we and Israel have always done each other's bidding, and now there's some issue with the rest of the world because we're all having some shit go on. And I think that it doesn't help that you have border wars between Thailand and Cambodia. That's not really helpful to anyone right now. Now, it's non-nuclear. I think it's a distraction. Do I think that some people died and now all of a sudden the ceasefire is perfect and good to go?
Is it non-nuclear? I mean, the threat's still there.
But is it a distraction?
I mean, how many nukes does India have?
Again,
they're like, what, 4th or 5th on the list of nukes?
Yeah. We just listened to an Uber driver in Canada tell us about his time in India, where he's from. And when he lived there, and why he moved from there. And then on top of that, when he goes back.
Was overpopulation on the top of the list? I'm asking that seriously.
No.
Okay.
Violence was his number one.
Okay.
Safety, fear for his family.
Okay.
So he left because he watched 3 people get killed in the street and 0 things occurred. Nothing happened. That was just like, that drag the bodies out of the way, get them done.
The bodies of the fallen.
He wasn't in a rural area. This isn't like the wild, wild west. He also then tells us that to get to and from Canada to India, $16,000. Yeah. Because the visas and everything else, they withhold the visas and they make you pay more.
No, it sounds like something shitty Canada would do.
It's India that does it. It's people that leave India that they do it to. It's not Canada.
Oh. And they use the funds to clean up the Ganges.
Let's go further.
I don't believe that all of Canada is not involved.
So
I feel like Canada's involved.
He goes back to make sure that he sees his family that's there, and he has introduced his parents and stuff to his grandchildren, right? To their grandchildren,
good.
sorry.
That's good.
Right. Takes them all over there. Says, I don't tell anyone that I'm going. I turn off all of my social media and like basically hide my account for when I'm there. Mm-hmm. I won't leave our house after 8 p.m. And it's because people that are the closest to you the second you leave hold grudges, and then the second that you get back, attack you. And he didn't mean it as let's go to social media and keyboard it up. He meant beat the fucking hell out of you.
Yeah.
And he described watching it happen.
Man.
That's what India is right now. That's what he described India is to us right now.
Yeah. Which point?
Probably not stellar.
Cultures are different in different places.
I mean, cultures are different. Look at how many of the I'm just going to put it this way: the purple, pink-haired people that are advocating for Palestine that would execute them on sight.
All right, that's absolutely absurd. And
no, that's not absurd.
Hang on, I'm going back to Brian. What's your point?
Yeah.
My point is that Americans are ignorant. They have no goddamn clue what's actually happening in the world. They got their source, and they've got their BuzzFeed to click on every morning and their quiz to take to know what everything is going on.
I totally agree.
They have no fucking clue.
Yeah. Well, I think we have clues, and then I think we take advantage for what we have. Because I can bitch about our government, and nobody's going to show up at my door.
Hold on.
I can talk shit.
Try hard enough, but I guarantee you say the right phrase into this microphone.
Let me make a good faith. I'm going to make a good faith argument that I think Randy would say. I'll be much more diplomatic about it.
Sure.
I don't think that to be thankful for what you have, you don't have to see the worst of the people that don't.
But why aren't we thankful for what we have?
Oh, well, I mean, you also watched just
social media.
I always I like to use, you like the Industrial Revolution as like some.
I prefer the technological revolution.
Do you think that's what it was back in the late 1880s, 1890s as well?
The Industrial Revolution?
Yeah.
Like
it's all technological revolution. Right? It's all.
I believe that
science and engineering improving things.
Right?
We got to a plateau and we got comfortable, and then we realized lots of money is missing. Let's get back into this dive.
You know, this is a really interesting topic. I'd like that you brought it up because I think this is what I think about. Like history brings this out in my thinking.
Okay.
And you're talking about why we're not thankful for what we have. I really think this. So think of, I always doing this genealogy shit. Okay, you go back and you go into the 1870s, 1880s, 1900, and you see us. At least 1900, I believe, has how much money you made, how much you rent, or whether you own property. Like, so you get a real unique snapshot of socioeconomic conditions of these places, whether they can read and write.
Let's be honest. Records in the United States basically started about 100 years ago.
Good records, yeah.
I'd say. That we actually started keeping track.
Well, no, my point is that if you were a man with a family in 1880, okay, and you had yourself and your wife and 2 kids. If you weren't from money, and not many people were from money, especially if you live in some place like Missouri. Okay, Missouri is not a huge, it's very rural, and you have nothing. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. If those kids and your wife and you live to be 60, and your kids grow up to be adults with families, like you've beaten the odds.
You're blessed.
You've survived, and we think of it 150 years later, where every generation has absolutely jumped in terms of standard of living, especially in the United States, in technology, man. And it's
what does that say? You can be morbidly obese and live to 60, 70 years old
till you're 80. I mean, I don't just, there's genetic things to it too, but I mean point being is like technology is it's almost forced us into a state of complacency.
I think that there's a pivotal transition in wealth too that people forget. And you know, when the Industrial Revolution was going through, we get the car, right?
20 years after.
20 years after.
But it's the same rise of the same technology.
Rise, car comes out, engines are getting built, things like that, right?
Engines, fossil fuels.
So we can now live further away, work further away, and we can get there. We can commute. We've got better transportation for the individual consumer. Fast forward and apply it to the technical revolution that I believe exists, and look at Detroit today. It's one of it's on the rebound, but it was
one of the poorest.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
It's one of the poorest areas in the country.
Okay. Yep. What was it in the mid-90s?
Don't drink the water there.
What was it in the mid-90s? Yeah. It was Motor City. It was industrial. It was, you moved there because it was banging in industry.
You want to hear how banging it was? It was the 3rd wealthiest city in the world.
I believe it.
Not the country.
Is that a per capita?
The
per capita,
world.
I'm sure. But it was Motor City. It was, you would go there for industry. It was
okay. But guess what? Everyone has cars. There's used cars everywhere. Detroit's broke. Now let's look at what's going on, because Silicon Valley in the mid-90s wasn't popping like it is now for a fucking TV show. No. And guess what? We stopped needing the new car and industrial revolution of a car. It is a great TV show.
I've met what's his name. He's actually really fun.
Damn it, I don't like interruption, but it is a good show.
Fuck off. Yes. But like, take that from the industrial revolution to where we needed the car. Now they're everywhere.
Yeah.
If you total your car, you can.
But cars aren't everywhere. Usually 100,000 miles 20 years ago meant the death of a vehicle. 300,000? That's about average now.
But what I'm saying is, if you totaled your vehicle today in this region, you would be able to take and buy a new vehicle today and get back on the road.
Yeah.
That means they're everywhere. Okay?
Yeah. I can buy
that means they're everywhere. If you can go buy one today and you just had to settle a little bit,
absolutely.
Fuck off. They're everywhere.
I can buy a Maserati with 80,000 miles for less than 20,000 right now.
AI isn't everywhere. AI is a very exclusive group of high-tech people with high fucking dollars in investments.
I'm just going to make a prediction. I think AI is got more years than you think. It's going to take longer than people think. So
I think so too.
Agree with you, because I think that we're just now starting to realize we need to develop AI as a generative AI, one byte at a time, and we can't possibly have a real good version of it until we've got all the little ones working.
It's really hard. You have to if the AI you're working with normally is just they've learned basically mainly from large language models, image repositories,
and it's mostly from the internet.
They still hallucinate too much.
Here's what
a little bit. So
I have been impressed with AI. Basically overnight, it went from creating images with 6 to 8 fingers.
He's a Cowboys fan. He's easily impressed.
I am easily impressed.
I didn't get the timing on that one. Sorry.
But overnight, it seemed like AI went from creating images with 6 to 8 fingers to realistic. And I'm talking like a week span. So it is learning fast, but it is not picking up on cues. You can give it a specific command, and it will completely ignore that command.
But it's learning like a person would learn, though. It's still not plumbing depths of knowledge or technique that are outside.
But it's not, because you tell a person, Brian, I want a picture of a beach ball, and I want it to be blue and green. Do not include red, and it will include red.
It's primary colors, man.
So here's a fun fact.
But it will do it.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to say, I told you not to include red, and you get a message back. You're absolutely correct. I will fix it this time. And then it does it again. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Well, I told you not to.
You're dealing with a toddler.
And then it's going to get pissed off.
That's what I was going to say.
And eradicate humans because now you're abusing it, telling it that it's a fuck up.
You're dealing with a toddler that needs a byte of information as perfect as possible for what you're trying to create to create the evolution adult of AI. And what I am going to sit here and point out is every time you go on Facebook, which is meta-based,
you're feeding it,
and they have some AI. When people are blown away that Facebook was able to study a picture of someone holding fries or whatever the fuck it was for so goddamn long, that went viral. How many people put out an AI picture of themselves with fries?
I have no
How
idea.
many people put out AI pictures all the goddamn time?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to believe you.
I've never seen it. I know.
What are we talking about? Fries.
Are you really don't remember this?
I don't.
Okay.
I know Lyle posts a lot of AI pictures.
AI did a study, and I believe they utilized, if I remember correctly, something about like 4 photos from the restaurant, but then all of the faces. And so they were able to basically transpose anyone's face on this same image of a customer holding fries. Something like that. It went viral.
Yeah, didn't Taylor post a picture of himself holding fries?
Everyone did it.
I remember that.
Now you get
I did not do
evolution of that. Okay. Now we can face swap. They take that and they put that in, and they take that and they tailor it so that they can make videos to captivate you, supposedly, with Wookiees implanted over every normal video, because all they're doing is taking content that's people, and they've taught AI to.
We can chunk that off, and
so that's my whole point, where you will never get AI that's scary to me yet, because we are so early into it.
Yeah, what's still not creating? I always think of it in terms of like some scientific. Okay, can you feed it physics, like all the research and mathematics that's come? So my point is, once AI can hypothesize something in physics that is proven, I'm still not impressed if all you're doing is eating up all of the media you possibly can about everything and generating content from it, because really it means to me it's an amalgam of all the things that it's intaken and kind of combining elements of everything. So hold on real quick, so the point being is, like, if it's not generating what you would consider absolutely something new, I mean, the use, like true business use, is really limited at that point.
So I'm gonna
not saying we'll get to,
So where I'm at is I try to use AI to make my life easier.
Right.
Okay.
To make my day-to-day easier for the fucking simplest things that take up a small portion of my time. Mm-hmm. And I will break it down, and I will tell AI, do not do this. And in my paragraph that I give AI what I want, I will remind it 3 to 4 times, do not do this. it will still fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because it is trying to do something it's never done before, and it still implements it into an image, into a paragraph, and then I remind it, oh yeah, you did tell me that. And it recognizes it after the fact. But the problem with it is that it is still struggling to grasp real world situations and commands.
You say that, but I thought the thumbprint, or the thumbnail for the "What's Wrong with Marriage" with Mac or Kenzie in the wedding dress was Chef's
But here's the thing. I had to use AI.
First prompt on
I had to use AI.
Yeah.
And then I had to go back and use a different program, a different app to impose face, because AI will not use likeness.
Interesting.
Okay. Can I?
So there's apps that will impose likeness onto people, because I don't know if it's AI is afraid of the companies are afraid of being sued, or if they're afraid of deep fakes.
Yeah.
So you have to go into multiple different apps, and to make that thumbnail took 3 different apps.
That's wild.
And it cost me money to do that as well.
My buddy will do that with Photoshop.
So are you addicted to AI?
No, not by any means.
That's what they want.
He hasn't got the girlfriend yet.
I have not.
They want you to fuck a robot.
Yes. Please.
In 30 years, women might just have eggs. No one knows. Like, they might lay eggs. But what I do want to point out...
It will take more than 30 years, I promise.
Yeah.
There are some problems that I see.
There's some crossbreeding with a platypus.
Richard Dawkins says so. It's going to take a while.
So
it's going to take a platypus and some gene editing. And
I had too many fun tangents here.
We can't go till 9. So.
Okay.
Yes,
we have
gotta go, bro.
We exist with a real problem right now, though, because in Texas, you have companies that are rolling out freight that are AI driverless.
Yeah.
While that doesn't sound like... It sounds revolutionary. It sounds cool. But you also have to remember that we have an economy. And you have to remember that the number one job in this country for uneducated males...
A truck driver.
Driving of some sort.
Yep.
Yeah.
So...
Commercial vehicles. Called that.
What do you guys think of that?
They called those Teamsters back before cars.
Well, I'm serious though. Like, what are your thoughts on what AI is doing? Because right now they are driverless testing on the roads in Texas.
Learn to code, bro.
But AI people are also saying that's going away.
Yeah.
I mean, so what do you want to?
AI can do
kids to
honestly, if I was going to do a job, it would not be coding, because AI can do it in seconds.
What do you see it as a problem in this country if we take away the number one job for uneducated males?
Here's my thing.
No, that's a question I want an answer to.
No, I'm giving you an answer. Here's my thing. I feel like as of right now, giving the stories and the incidents that happen with driverless vehicles, we are not there yet. Do I think we'll be there in the next 10 years? Yes, and it will be an issue.
Do we live in a society that has to break some eggs to make omelets?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we do live science testing on the roads?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's happening right now.
So
You're seeing
just the next step?
It is the next step. So we're not there yet.
What happens? Because let's be real. If they're rolling out semis in Texas right now,
yes,
driverless, how far away from the number one job in this fucking country?
10 years.
10?
10.
Yeah.
10.
I feel 10. That's my guess.
I think a lot of companies can't afford to upgrade.
All right. Well, here comes.
And I don't think a lot of companies can afford the lawsuits.
My point is, and because fossil fuels aren't going anywhere anytime soon either. I mean, they're going to stay around for a while.
Companies can't upgrade.
Whether or not that's good or not. I don't really have a...
I think companies can't upgrade just means that in this society, in this system, it means that it offers the opportunity for a new financier to come through and offer up terms to make sure that they capitalize.
I don't think that matters.
No,
I think the technology is not there yet.
I get what you're saying. I don't think we're to a point where anything but large scale trucking firms could afford the technology over a whole fleet.
And I don't think the technology is there.
Firms exist in this country now.
A few. I don't have the information, so I'm not going to try to.
I won't tell you I have the exact either, but you just described the word that you said was a few.
I'm going to say
I have 3 large, massive fleets of.
I know ABC and Swift.
Yellow.
yellow.
But then how many? But how
Three,
many
four?
medium size to small size? Couple states.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Did
there's
you
a lot
just
of
break some eggs? You
I don't worry. I'm a utilitarian, man. You do
The
as much as
technology's
you-
not there.
tell me-
The bottom
do as
line
much
is the
as you can for
technology's
most
not there yet.
But that's what I want to now hear. Talk to me like it's 2035. What happened because we've just yoinked all of the uneducated male's number one profession in this fucking country away?
Well, here's what you do.
Does our military increase?
You now have
Oh, dude, universal basic income, bro.
you now have vehicles that are running 24/7, and the uneducated male now becomes mechanics.
Does he? Or
You've got to work on them.
Well, I mean,
possible, yeah.
that might take more effort than some are willing to do.
It's possible. True. That happens a lot of times. Lose their job anyway.
I offered a white kid a drywall job the other day because I know someone hiring, and he looked at me like I was crazy.
Do you know how many females I've said that this is what you could make in my industry? And they said, yes, sign me up. What do I have to do? And I told them what they had to do, and they said, I can't do that. I don't want to do that.
It's fair. Some people don't care. I mean, like I said, it takes all kinds.
Not all, but the ones that I have offered to, because I've worked with females that have killed it.
This goes back to my, are we nihilistic because we're going to be dead before it fucks everything up too bad for us because
right.
we're not in the trucking industry?
Let me put it this way. I think that because of what you're suggesting, we are now at, I believe, a 1.6 female, if this statistic is correct, a 1.6 female reproduction rate.
Birth rate.
A birth rate of 1.6 per female.
Yeah.
Historically, we were at like 2.8 or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely went down. Yeah, man.
Especially Republicans
much better.
have been, how do I want to put this? Republicans have been mouthpiecing that this is the end of society.
Yeah.
With the reduction in birth rate, what you're saying is actually kind of a leveling. It evens everything out.
It certainly could be.
This is
Whether
this
it
is
would
the
be or
same
not,
party
you know.
that
It would be. We're reducing birth rates. We're reducing population. Once the boomers are gone, and we're at a
Then I'm just
plateau.
man.
you mean mom and dad don't have to have 8 kids to feed the farm anymore?
Correct.
That model's changed, man.
Once we plateau, that model has changed. So here's the thing.
Well,
while
17 kids, dude.
well, yeah, that too. So while we are no longer producing 8 kids per family, we're producing 1.2. We are leveling it all out, and it'll come out in the wash, in my opinion.
On your opinion here, same party for the majority speak, I believe here. They just force you to have the kid,
Correct.
and then they bitch about helping feed it if they make you have it.
I'm not diving into that because it's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than
There's a
that.
lot deeper.
I gotta
than
go.
that.
That's why, man. We can't get there. Can't get there. That's
Because we could go for an hour.
That's
on
a
that.
deep
Have fun
well,
with
dude.
that one. I'm
It's a
just
deep
saying,
well.
and I go both sides here. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I get that. But I'm saying that with our birth rate and with autonomy, we are coming to a equaling. And I think that it will come out in the wash.
What he means to say is he hopes that we are approaching some sort of. And
Okay.
I'm not. That's a good.
Yes, I'm hoping.
I'm not telling you because you don't. Well, obviously we don't know.
I
if it's
don't
gonna
know.
work.
I
We
don't know.
what's
I
gonna
really
happen.
don't.
We don't have the foresight of something in 100 years. So, I mean, you can either say what you want to happen, what you think will happen, or what really will happen.
will find
the
out
thing
in
is, you don't get the luxury of having more.
I feel we will find out in 25 years.
Yeah. Like I said, I work in technology, man. I'm still. I'm a little bit of a skeptic about what it could do to change my job. Really, I'm not saying it won't or it couldn't. Certainly possibility.
Somebody still has to write the code for AI.
I mean,
To an extent.
I still have to do changes. I still have to be able to, at a certain point, like the changes I would make aren't much slower than what AI would do. You need me to change this to do this? Okay, bam, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, really,
Correct.
I write my own shit. So, I mean,
Now, out of curiosity, with that, before we get into final thoughts,
not developing new code, helpful. Yeah.
Yeah,
developing
absolutely.
new code helpful.
Helpful.
And this is not an attack, but
Sure,
if
sure.
if AI were getting to the point where it's 60 years in the making, right?
Yeah.
And we're like 60 years further in the making.
Sure.
And
allegedly, we're 6 months away from it.
well, the way that we're always 6 months away, we have to.
We're allegedly 6 months away from full autonomy.
Yeah, that's our media-inducing fear. That's what we work best under.
Yeah, true.
We like a little bit of pressure.
And it also kills us earlier, and we have the highest healthcare cost. So going back to your job, though, in 60 years, if we're like, okay, we've got the market on everything. Oh shit! Look at this guy. We're paying these guys 6 figures to do his job.
I don't.
If could they create an AI agent if they dedicated a team to it to take your job immediately?
There's always you cannot remove unless you're. I mean, there has to be humans touching it at some point that I can conceive of. But I mean, how
many could they eliminate?
If in 50 years and you have autonomous robots that have
repair will always be there.
That's always what it is because everything's now housed in a data center, and it's all in in blades and enclosures, storage enclosures. So do you need a human being if you have to? You need to go to rack 5512, change out blade C, and I'm even thinking in terms of like current technology in the future because it'll be different than that. The server the size of this room is probably going to be the size of your palm.
Robots could probably do that, but at the same time you have to still implement a lot of stuff that happens in the moving parts.
That's my comeback is that I mean if you could make robots that are as good as like a human at going and doing all these tasks and make it economically viable, it could be a problem.
I think you're 100 years away.
Like I'm still to the point where there are things that I have to touch, and I really cannot conceive of a way that an agent could do it.
So what I would ask you then,
standing with
same
doctors,
with me,
essentially shit like that.
Yeah.
In a pointed question, and this is my number one fear for AI. It's not. Oh my god, it's a fear. It's a thing.
It's a whole thing.
Could they find a way to implement an AI agent where they say, okay, Brian, your department of 10 people, paying y'all 6 figures. Unfortunately, you need to go fire these other 9 because you're the smartest. You're the best we've got. So we've given you this AI tool, and now you're the only one that touches it. AI is running your team.
Yeah.
And so what I fear is I could see a
50% ratio.
Well, the fear that I see is where capitalism kicks in and someone in a market goes, okay, we spend $1 million a year on 10 people. That $100,000 a year salary. That's
correct.
Just a random one, but $1 million a year on these 10 people. And if we implement this AI in 2 years, we can recover our costs and return more as our fiduciary responsibility to shareholders because we've got Brian, the smartest and best performative person on this team.
I work for a non-for-profit. There's no shareholders.
Play ball.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Play fucking ball. So you've got Brian, the most performative guy on the team.
So they donate 5%.
Now we've handed you an AI tool to eliminate 9 of your team.
Yeah.
That is where
we're close to that.
I am fearful that we get into performative markets where you see good people doing their job every day, just ridden.
I can certainly see there are industries where it will grab on quicker than others.
Correct.
In my opinion, like I've worked for law firms before in legal. If you're like a paralegal,
paralegals are done.
Legal assistant, LAA,
done.
Legal administrative assistant, even people that do discovery.
Unfortunately,
if it's all document processing, document formatting.
What do we do with them?
Adapt and overcome, or
I don't
fucking
know.
fall off. I don't know.
No answer for you.
So unfortunately, it's real Darwinistic,
yes.
real quick.
Well,
unfortunately,
what I hate to say. I mean, it's for somebody. I'm not saying that LAAs and paralegals. I mean, there are paralegals that have JDs, like there are paralegals that have. I'm not saying but it's. I hate to sound like this because
I do feel like that is the number one.
It sounds unsympathetic, but there's going to be people that are just going to have to.
I do feel like that's the number one industry that will be hit first,
but
because it's so easy to type in a case study.
Well, I mean,
and it will pop up.
Yeah.
But
you can read all the briefs. You can read all that.
The next question, though, that you guys are really forgetting on this one, and this will
the research stage is gone.
No, you guys are really forgetting though. Lawyers, they're smart. They went to school for a long time.
Allegedly.
Well, how many paralegal billable hours can you put on the bill if you have AI do it in 3 seconds? And that is right there where I question any billable hour market where you typically can't be sued for your outcome because it's
you just accept more clients at that point.
So you just take on more cases.
Yeah.
It generates more money for the firms, more billable hours for the firm.
Okay, so you just take on more of your own billable hours because it
Correct.
makes you more efficient.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna
raise your price and
kind of like creating more product, essentially, that's what you're doing. If you can take on 20% more clients and farm off AI to do discoveries, briefs, basic administrative tasks, you've eliminated a little bit of the human element. But I could tell you honestly, if you do that, it's not even LAs and paralegals.
With the proper model, you could actually make more money with AI.
No, it's like attorneys. If you're not a trial lawyer where it's some performative act where you're kind of dueling with the defense or the prosecution, do you really need a huge staff of lawyers doing contract law?
What
seriously?
No, you don't. And
I just want to say it's not. I don't think it's isolated to just like not the top of the ladder employees in a place like a law firm. I think it's all there.
My point from the whole thing was that just like I was trying to imply with you, where they eliminate everyone but you and keep you, and you're the one with hands on. Okay. Now I don't need all of these contract lawyers. I need the best contract lawyer, and he gets the AI tool that does
manages it. Kind of manages everything.
Yeah. So you've just scrapped out now. So where I go with it is the caveat where you have one person with hands-on. So if you have something that's so repetitive and you don't need necessarily a lot of hands-on, you can have one service company do all of your document processing AI serviceware.
Sure.
Okay. Then you only need the theatrical, the performative, the person who actually has to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The person who's going in front of the court case.
Well, it's all about the human factor, right? There's always a human factor.
So what's it called when you have like two couples come in and they're trying
arbitration.
Yeah. So like arbitration, I think AI would take it down from 4 people to 1. Like you could put in the statistics of what you have.
The system and the money wants those 4 in the room.
Correct, but you could put in what they want, what they have, and come up with a plan within 5 seconds of, hey, this is precedence, this is what you have, this is what you have, this is what you'll probably get, this is what you won't get.
That's what happens when someone doesn't feel like it was fair.
You charge that person more money.
No. Can you prove the formula that you came up with? Because right now, that's the question for a lot of people: is what's in the black box?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you want to
trusting a black box with no,
you're trusting it.
Formula.
And here's the thing: as a lawyer, if you don't trust it, I'm going to charge you more.
Does the black
to
box
go after
work?
it?
Does the black box work? Do you need to know how and why?
Can I ask you a question?
Because I'm a programmer. I'm familiar with that.
Here's my last dig on Randy for the night before we go before we go too far, and this will be.
And we can do final thoughts.
This will be fun and abstract. Does the black box work? I believe it's got 3 apps downloaded and money coming in.
Huh? Must work.
I'm not going to argue
you're familiar conceptually with the black box concept. It's a computer science thing.
Yeah.
That's why I taught it to graduates.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I know the black box records everything.
Okay. No, this is a different...
I'm talking about the airplane.
It's a different abstraction of the idea of the black box. Okay. Black box, so as a programmer...
So as a pimp, you don't put your black box out there and...
Not really where I'm going.
Okay.
I'll try to keep it brief.
Different direction, huh?
Yeah. So when you're a programmer, right?
Okay.
And you write the source code. Okay. So people are going to come after you and be programmers, and they're going to use your source code to implement the system.
Correct. Okay.
So say I work for a bank. Say I've written all the stuff that's like classes for bank accounts, classes for savings accounts, classes for all this. I've written deposit, I've written withdrawal, I've done all the deposits for savings accounts with interest rates. All that's abstracted out, so it knows how it works. Okay, so that means when you walk along, you're the developer afterwards. I've already built the class the way that they're structured. You come along and you start using objects of these classes, right?
So you LimeWire the shit out of it.
All the black box means you treat anything that I design that's working in the system, you treat it like a black box. You know that it can do this, this, and this.
Correct.
That's what it is. And there's this thing where the black box is, there's people that understand what happens inside the black box, but most implementers of that technology have no idea what happens inside it. They just know that if I do, then it produces this effect. If I send this bit...
So Schrodinger's black box.
Send this bit to a memory register, it's going to do that.
Okay.
I think it just increases your complexity of Ponzi schemes.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
And the reason that I say that is, Bernie Madoff was a lot on the phone. It was a lot of this and that. Sure. It wasn't as computer driven. It really wasn't during his prime.
Well, what's funny with that is also he was his some clients
he had trust.
were making money.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I mean,
So we got the
it
black
was a pyramid
box.
scheme, really.
yeah, you feed.
So where are we going from there?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Wish I knew.
I mean, it's just a black box.
I guess the AI black box to me is if people are too stupid, too ignorant to know how it operates, like a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, sure.
If you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
ask, then a securities custodian is not required to say anything.
Probably get burned.
But at the same time, when you ask the securities custodian, where are you? And they say, we don't have one because he's never purchased a security. That fucking question, if you don't know how to ask it, that's the black box working. And that's AI that's going to be better at it than any fucking person we've ever met.
It's probably a pretty good
And look at how
red flag.
Look at how fucking dark it goes if you give it access to the internet.
Well, I
You know,
agree.
actually, I have kind of a theory that I think it's amazingly good for us in terms of slowing AI down that Meta is ever scraping any chats or posting, because English-speaking white people, you know, like probably not white people, English-speaking Americans, I don't know how much you're plumbing like out of grammar or like presentation, speaking, like writing skills, because most people.
You talking about me?
No, maybe. But he does.
Kinsey, final thought.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us?
What's wrong with us? I think the biggest thing that we have is this 50-50 split that we've all lost to. And I think it's political driven at this point, and it's a weird script that we're all part of. This is what the divisiveness, I mean, it lets them win. I really believe that. And the reason
Doesn't matter what side you're on.
No,
Somebody's winning.
It doesn't,
either way.
because you're I say this.
I'd say you both lose.
Like,
Yeah.
this word is another trigger word. Oh no, slavery. You're a slave to the system, and I would argue that slavery exists a lot of places. Very much still rampant. The thing that happened here that went really south, and I wholeheartedly agree it wasn't a great idea, was it was color coded. We color coded slavery here, and the thing about it is
Because it was, but then it evolved.
Yeah, but when you get 50% divisiveness, you never get anything done.
No.
And I think that we are a country that is built upon, I don't know if running away is the right term here, but leaving and being willing to defend ourselves. So we know violence. We're a society that reacts wholeheartedly. We love violence. We love football with the big hits. We love boxing. We love UFC. We love these things. We got fucking Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. That's not even a real match. So they both get paid because it's a per round thing.
We like gladiator sports 2,500 years ago, man.
Allegedly.
It's sports entertainment.
So where I'm at with this is like, look at that. You make a spectacle of something like that, and it's violence, and it's not even fucking real. It's the same thing the WWE was. We didn't even want to talk about that.
We like gladiator sports.
So where I'm at is we are built upon violence.
Wait,
we are the country that gives guns to
Did you just say the WWE is not real?
We are the country built upon
Still real to me.
It's
all of that. And I mean,
The Undertaker right here. It was real.
Last part of my final thought. The United States has been in a war with something, even internal manufactured, whether it's the war on drugs, whether it's the war on terror, whatever you want to call it, or whether it's World War II, the Cold War,
China, Cold War. Yeah.
What war have we not been in? Because the second that we're at peace in America, we're founded on guns and tech. So guess what we do? We build a war. If you look at the people that built the fucking scanners that couldn't sell them prior to 9/11, Donald Rumsfeld sat on the fucking chairs.
He is going to go viral tonight with all the conspiracy theory stuff.
Fuck that guy. On a second note for
Donald, I mean, I know
Really?
who he is, but I know who he is. But
fast forward though,
I would say 90% of people don't.
I'm not going to talk about high rises and tragedies. I'm going to flat out say that guess what happened to airports after that?
They touch my privates. And they thwarted absolutely zero attempts.
I'm just flat out saying,
the goddamn shoe bomber, dude. I'm telling you.
We've manufactured
Richard Reed.
It's the damn shoe bomber.
It's Richard Reed, man.
We have manufactured it. When the Taliban cut off fucking Poppy, we made sure it came back.
We did.
Yeah, that became a terrorist group.
Yeah.
We used to love them. Remember that?
We funded them.
Weird. We also left.
Did I say that out loud?
We funded a lot of things.
I'm just flat out saying the whole goddamn thing.
Allegedly.
My final thought, kudos politics. You win. Your PSYOP is successful. I truly believe it's scripted. And congrats, because right now, you can't go outside and say a political candidate's name without hearing someone get pissed at you. So fucking kudos. You won. You've got it.
He makes a good point. Brian, final thought.
I think that's a little long-winded, but he's always like that. He likes to...
You guys interrupted 90 fucking times.
He likes to ramble. I think he takes it a little more seriously. Likes to get it out, you know. That's fine. Better out than in. Okay, seriously.
Is.
Better out than in. It always feels nice to get a little rant out.
Hey,
I know it makes me feel better.
All 16 clicks this gets.
Ran out, stretched out,
Yep.
all the same.
Yep. My final thoughts are, it's funny. I did a bunch of episodes and we had a lot of fun, and you guys have continued to do them, and I can tell you guys are still having fun. So I jumped for a chance to come back and record a little bit. So what I'm going to do is a little bit lighter. First, I'll say thank you guys for having me tonight and for entertaining my nonsense in general.
Hey,
we've done all these episodes.
Happy 1 year.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. No, 52, man.
I think I'm the nonsense guy.
But sometimes.
We just took away
Fair.
every chance of financial capital today.
Very fair. But what I want to do is I want to list my 3 favorite episodes that I've done with you guys.
Ooh, fair.
And so that means I don't get to use any of the ones that were just me and Randy, which is hard because
Randy and I.
No. With me and with
you
Randy.
idiot.
Randy and I.
That's okay. It's whatever.
Yeah, you want to correct me on my letter? Got you.
Sure.
You were wrong.
No.
Well, you can say that. Can you take
All
both
right,
of the
top
words
3.
in my phrase and use them in a sentence by itself?
Trust me, he can
Probably
become a
not.
victim in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know.
All right, top 3, Brian.
John Kirk Idol, man. I'm telling you.
Top 3.
Ben, I do want to say probably my most fun episode, but it doesn't qualify. It was with Jeremy Danner, which is a buddy of mine. It went really well.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun. He's a good talker.
I was supposed to be called in, but plane got delayed.
God dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was close. But I really enjoyed, just for anybody who wants to go do a deep dive on all the episodes that have been posted. The one I'm probably most proud of, because I think we pulled it off with little experience, was who's the runner?
John Kelly.
Yeah, John Kelly. Yeah, cool
Kelly.
episode.
Yes.
Cool person to get to talk to, and I think we did a really good job. You know, we kept it pretty tight, pretty professional.
I was excited to get him on.
I really, really, really thank you for that,
Mm-hmm.
Kenzie. Great job, man. Second, it always held a spot in my heart because it was the first episode where I think we hit a topic and really did well, which was Joey's first episode.
Yeah.
Real early too. That was one
Like
that
6.
I thought we did really.
No, I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
It
I
might
thought
be
it was
2
2
or
or 3,
3.
man.
Yeah,
I thought we did really, really well.
And to the laughable, and I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
but
sure.
the evolution of that, where we started and it was a guy who had, his partner's killed and a drunk driver head on the wrong way of the street. And then his second episode is his lawyer gets drunk, kills a guy going down the wrong fucking way on 50 highway.
Life is crazy like that, man.
What
It
the
really is wild. But that was just I really thought that was even though we were such noobs at it, it was a compelling story.
It was.
And it's just get out of his way, let him tell a story, you know. And then probably not the most popular episodes, but I actually really, really enjoyed the 3 that we did with Grant.
Yeah.
I really felt like those were spirited discussion between people that have varying opinions, and I always like to hear that. Even if the rest of them are crap, I enjoy hearing people kind of bicker respectfully. Right. All right. Now I got 2 honorable mentions. First honorable mention is I am a huge fan of our What's Wrong with Marriage episode, which
Yes.
I'm going to associate with you because it was our little love letter to you
Homage.
since you were getting married.
I couldn't help but laugh at everything you got wrong on my wife.
And then, well, time will tell. So
You've only been married for 1 month.
More honorable mention that is honorable mention B, which is for Randy. And I really enjoyed the episode, though nobody else did, with your boss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you know what the best part was that he was part of the team that beat his time by 15 hours.
It was.
Like, I really think that was an awesome element of that episode. That's like life spirals down into, the podcast and that's not to, I'm just needling you a little bit. I mean, you guys both finished. That's a Herculean effort regardless. I mean,
absolutely.
The vibe goes to the finisher, right?
I don't care what the time is. If you've experienced that race,
Hey,
I tell you what.
Though I will say, seriously, keep that bright and short.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie, man. Fucking impressed me. I'm serious, dude. Like, I'm saying that like, it's pretty impressive, dude.
I've been waiting. He made an investment twice on boats. He made a lot of double investments. And
it was close to sub 50.
I'm just saying.
I will say,
a few tweaks,
dude.
You know what?
It would have been sub 50.
If you think about the cost that I induced for the race versus the cost Randy induced for the race, you'd take 15 hours less.
I don't know.
There's about $5,000 difference.
That's commitment. I mean, hey,
I will give him. I will. Yes, there's about $5,000 difference.
I'm just balling on a budget, baby.
And there was probably multiple.
Went in a cheaper boat though. Not cheap, but cheaper.
I will give him, compared to my prep, which that's on you.
Oh no, you had a resource that had done the race.
I did.
Kudos.
I did tap that resource. That's somebody that has done the race before.
Did you tap that?
I tapped that from behind, from the front, from the back. I got all the info I needed.
Oh man.
So my final thought, to piggyback off Brian, my favorite episode so far, Dumbing Down of America 2 is our most popular.
Yeah.
How is it 2? How is it the second one in the series?
I think those are actually both pretty good.
Americans are dumb enough to like the sequel.
Right?
Yeah.
But the great thing is,
one is always better.
The great thing is, I haven't had the time because I've been prepping. Yeah. If you want to go back, look at the MR340 race with Scott Mansker. That is one of my favorite because that was what sparked the bet, the interest, never been in a kayak to finishing 340 miles in roughly 2 days, compared to his comment, which was, go fucking do it.
Yeah.
That was what he said. I said, well, explain that. He goes, no, go fucking do it.
Yeah. Didn't you do the whole race to, what was that practice run you did? How far was it from Cop Point to, was it Waverly?
74 miles.
Yeah.
That was day one, was my practice run that I ran before the 340.
Or do you mean the mean?
No, I mean what he was talking about.
No, I ran the mean.
Was it Waverly?
Then I did Call Point to, which was 30 miles. Yeah. Then I did Call Point to, I can't remember the town, but it's 50 miles.
Lexington,
so I did Lexington. Yeah, so I did a 30 mile, I did a 50 mile, and then I did a 74 mile. Yeah. And then did the race. And we killed our 74 mile practice. We killed that by like an hour and a half.
Nice.
On the actual race.
Yep. Nice.
And then we continued going.
Real nice racing conditions this year too.
It was good. We got a little flow a couple days before some rain.
Relatively better.
I can't help but equate my brother and I to a shitty Timu Lewis and Clark for Randy's success of this race, because
we did have a rudder, which I didn't know he didn't have a rudder.
No rudder.
Okay, a skeg, if you want to get technical.
On top of it, we practiced day one before the race, and we didn't make it. We beached at Fort Osage.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and so we didn't make the time at all. And we were just like, holy shit, we're fucked.
This is gonna be bad.
We got on the river, and kind of like he said, like it's one of those where you're like, oh, we know not to be there. I guess we'll just follow the pack. And we got there.
I'll tell you what, the craziest thing was, you have an app that tells you where you're at.
Yeah.
To see that you're in 8th place, you're like, how is this possible? And honestly, fog is the only thing that fucked us. We would have been roughly in the running for top 20 the whole race.
You ever see the movie Kingpin?
I have not.
Oh my!
It's such a great, from what I hear, a great movie that
I have.
When he's standing there saying it's really intimidating being in the presence of all these like serious athletes, bowlers, and they're all like big fat guys like eating nachos.
I just got.
I do need to see that.
I just got that image of the barbecue meme that went out forever and ever and ever from every state, and it was like the last place guys.
Yeah, it's just chopping on the metal, man.
And I'm just like, yeah, dude, look at 8th place. What a victory!
Hey man.
So
I like.
That's where I laugh.
So we're running top 20,
drive, dude.
8th place in the division, and we went with safety because we didn't know where we were.
Yeah.
Zero visibility.
You get a trophy if you get a trophy if you don't take the.
I got a medal. I got a participation trophy.
Actually, you want to know what?
I love that he says he called it that.
A completion trophy.
Sounds like you're one behind. I got 2 of those.
Yeah.
I bet they look the same.
Oh yeah.
I bet they're interchangeable.
Probably.
Yours might have a year.
But here's the deal. I'm running next year solo.
Solo, yeah. I was about to ask.
I'm going solo next year. That one's going to be interesting.
I am hoping to captain a Dragon Boat team.
That would be fun.
If you captain a Dragon Boat team, if you put it together, I will be a part of it.
No, you're going solo.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, you want to. You
Fuck
got,
you.
you got your new solo
I'm going to
boat,
be
though.
his 20 people.
You got a fast solo boat.
Nah,
now,
dude.
you?
I'm getting a stellar.
Did you just say you're going to beat my Dragon Boat?
Yes. I will beat your Dragon Boat solo. That is the bet for next year. If you put together a Dragon Boat, I will beat your Dragon Boat solo.
Okay. My only struggle to say this and like shake your fucking hand right now is strictly that I can't bank on a non-existent Dragon Boat team because people are scared of this race.
I understand that.
And I will proudly and humbly admit, so that everyone can hear it,
Kinsey needs his sleep during the race.
I lost the race and the bet to Randy. He beat me. Thank you. You're the first person to go out on the river after I have suggested the race to you. You've called me an idiot. You've called me crazy.
I
You're
have.
the first person to then go out.
I called him an idiot and crazy and then did it.
And you're the first person to complete it. And I also don't remember if you remember this or not. I believe it's in our chat history, but I think I made a little like bullshit side wager that we didn't actually shake on. Nothing occurred. But I believe I said, I bet if you win the race or you complete the race, you'll do it again.
You
and
did.
You fucking
You did
said
say that.
no way.
Well,
You did.
You knew that if he did, he would.
No,
He did,
You
and I
knew
said
that.
no.
But
I did.
He knew he would.
In all fairness, I did say I wouldn't.
Motherfucker. He said no. I won't.
I don't think so.
He did say.
You have inside information.
He did
about
say.
that.
What was the? So what? Hold on.
He's the Nancy Pelosi.
We're wrapping this up. But what is a speech?
So
What is a speech?
Prior to
There's a speech.
prior to COVID, you had to go to the safety person in meeting, and it was at the hotel right up the road. You know,
Safety meeting in person.
Yeah. And not the safety meeting that people in 2025 are referring to like as a smoke break for some weed. Not that.
Love
It's a
safety
different
meeting.
safety meeting.
Love safety meeting.
Not the railroad safety third mentality, but actual safety meeting because this one is real. This race is real. You went into the hotel and they basically had like a big presentation. Like everyone got to sit there. So you're sitting next to every
They
other
do not
racer.
have that anymore.
No. It's all now an email link and it's just
Yes.
digital because AI is taking it.
There's 3 tents that you go through, and they say, "Did you do this? Did you do this?
Attest to this.
Did you do this? Scan this. You're good."
So they started it off. It was Scott Mansker, and he said, welcome. How many of you guys are new racers? Cheers. How many of you guys are existing racers? Cheers. Cool. What we like to tell everyone is that this race will have a lot of people that don't make it. Good news is, for everyone who fails, we'll probably see you again. For everyone who succeeds, we'll probably see you again.
Yeah.
And it was, this is my first year, and I'm like, oh, well, that's a weird thing to say to me because I don't even know if we're going to make it.
I don't know. You're a type 2 fun guy. I assumed you knew what you were getting into.
So here's the deal. Here's where I was introduced to the MR340. He was behind the bar, and he had a backpack. And it had something to do with the MR340, and he was giving it to Sammy.
Okay.
Something you told Sammy you wanted him to be a part of it.
Okay.
And I told you both, fuck off, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That was my response to
It's
it.
actually a pretty rational response to it if you think about it.
He explained to me what this was, and this was about 4 years ago. And I said, fuck you both. You're fucking stupid.
That sounds terrible.
I called him an idiot. I called him stupid. I told him he was insane. And then I do it.
And those are all fair descriptors. Probably for all of us, really.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and call this episode wrapped now that the idiot, stupid, insane person's done talking.
Right?
I think he's got a point, man.
He does have a point. So,
actually, can we actually get this on record for the final thought? When I said this race is good, it changes you a little bit, it's good. Was I right?
You're asked to get on a piece of water and go 340 miles and not stop.
Somebody's right.
Well, you stopped a little bit. Not that much.
I did
Not
stop.
much.
We stopped 3 times for 1 hour each time.
So Sally, the person who crossed the finish line,
Yes.
technically first.
Yep.
What was I'm watching the race as it's going. I always watch checkpoints. You know, I watch the leaders and
So was it actively upgrading
It updates really quickly.
do I have to open the app and it was
I don't think so.
Okay.
It seems pretty dynamic, man. Like
Because they were saying you had to keep it open for it to keep going.
Right at
Because
the
what
end
I
of
saw
your race,
was different
right
than
at the
what.
end of your race, like I watched you jerk it down.
You get pretty good chug-alongs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't really paying a lot of attention until they were finishing, but
Yeah.
But you know, I looked at Sally's like splits after that race was over. She rested 20 minutes.
Yep.
That's how long she stayed in checkpoints.
You know
20 minutes.
Do you know how many people win that race and rest for 20 minutes?
A lot.
One.
Yeah. Her.
One.
Is it just her?
Yeah.
Duddy race like that too? Or does it
Go
stop?
ask. Like, I mean, and this isn't like by any means a bash on her. She kicked ass. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? First woman solo to win the race ever, right?
Yeah.
Bitchin'. And she's 60.
Yeah,
something?
she's a machine.
Yeah, she's
awesome. Fucking awesome.
Great results every year.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Joe Mann takes 20 minutes.
no.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, she is the first person to have a rest and win that race.
So here's the deal. He made fun of me about the boat I bought first.
Yeah.
So I bought the boat from a man named Abel. He has won the tandem. He finished third place this year.
I see him commenting on your
8th
post.
overall.
Abel Hagen.
Abel Hagen. He is a fucking beast. He's like 55 years old and just fucking, you don't look at him and be like, that dude's a fucking specimen. But he is a beast.
Do you want to know how many people I think on a poll of 100 down the street, if I took you along, would say, yeah, he looks like he completed a kayak race for 340 miles in 56 hours?
It's hard to say because I see those finish line pictures and there's a lot of people that aren't like they're not.
So he is
I mean, they don't look like athletes.
It's because I was right, folks. It's a mental race.
It's a mental, and I agree with you. And he is a preacher who his church works on Saturday. I asked him last week because he messaged me. I said, how many of these extra races do you do leading up to it? He goes, none, because a lot of them are on Saturday.
Yeah.
I preach on Saturday. Props to him. I don't know when he does his prep, how much he does, but he doesn't do these little workouts and these extra races that everybody does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he finished third in the solo, 8th overall, and we're talking sub 40.
That's pretty good.
And he's won the tandem with his son. And you know what he told me when I bought that boat? His son slept for about 6 hours to 8 hours while he kept paddling. And he said, my wife threw me out sandwiches and I took 2 bites, shoved it in my mouth and kept going.
Yeah.
So for her to stop is impressive.
Do you want to know the good news?
What's that?
2 5-minute checkpoints and a 10-minute checkpoint.
When all of the tech fails us and the world goes to shit and all of this stuff is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to know in the back of your brain, I can get in a boat that doesn't require tech and I can go what a 45-minute plane ride or 3-hour car ride would get me there in 56 hours.
That's true.
You're set, brother.
Technological revolution, brother. I'm telling you. That's that. Let's get out. Let's go.
All right. So we are fucked as far as us.
Definitely.
So if anybody wants to tell us what's wrong with us that we didn't cover, I'm sure there's a plethora of it.
Love being a tempo.
So please comment, respond, email, whatever it is you want to do. But
they want to do something.
but there's plenty wrong.
Please
with
don't
us.
unsubscribe.
Don't unsubscribe. Just send us an email or at least comment.
And we love you, Randy's mom. We're still very,
our one follower.
very, very happy that you're our follower. Thank you.
Yes.
52 weeks.
52 weeks.
And the most fringy episode we've run.
I think that was the intention.
That was the intention.
Oh, and what's wrong with us? We had 39 interruptions tonight, at least calculated per person.
Well, you said 90 from Randy specifically, so.
Well, that was just one. It was an average.
So that means he, like you and I had like -5 apiece.
On the bright side, like Brian and I didn't try to get canceled. You tried to get canceled like 3 times.
I'm in for it.
I just say it.
I'm nihilistic and optimistic.
Tell us how we are fuck ups.